boxing on fairly well, and then Top Banner and Les's Choice on the inside, but this bloke's pretty good, and he races away Restoration to score easily. Restoration first, Les's Choice second, Hassendine third.
If he does take some benefit from that run, I think the opposition will have something to chase next week in the Cup. The slow-mo now of the final stages. Now, Les's Choice going for a run on the inside of Hassendine. There was barely room there, and he didn't have much room really from this point until the last 50 metres, so his effort was good. But Restoration had moved clear at this stage, whilst just giving him a tap or two at the whip to keep his mind on the job. The favourite, Home Office, making up some ground to finish fourth, but would need to improve to win the Cup next week. Undoubtedly the two best runs, Restoration and the runner-up Les's Choice. Final event was the O'Mara graduation, and punters who laid the odds on about lunch on Sunday were gone from the start when he bungled it completely. The winner here, Lord Waverley and Mel Shoemaker down the outside.
Sleepwalk is still the leader. Lunch on Sunday struggling. Lord Waverley coming after Sleepwalk. James Tradition in the middle. Sleepwalk in front hanging on. Lord Waverley flying. They hit it. Lord Waverley may have got there by a nose. Tight. Lord Waverley and Sleepwalk in a ding-donger. Third home was James Tradition.
Mighty Mel Shoemaker back in the winning list in the city, and I'm sure we're going to see him there on a number of occasions in the months coming up. Now the TAB information, 5 and 7 the double, $80.80. 3, 5 and 7 the Doomben treble, $7,008.20, and the extra double from Doomben was 3 and 2, and the dividend there $15.50. We'll take 6 pick 11, 3, 16, 2, 2 and 5. Division 1 jackpotting. Division 2 $5,618.40. Division 3 $3,745.60, and Division 4 $1,872.80. Some good divisions there in 6 pick. We'll take a break now and come back and have a look at the action fluctuations. 15 to 1 into 5 to 1. At Doomben it was 25s into 3s. This stage looking good. LA Street clear, but he really got the wobbles from this point. Finished 15th. The race going to Casino Club down the outside.
Time is setting after it. Casino Club joins in, followed by Fractious and August Wind, and at the head of the others, Bowl C. On the outside, Casino Club has raced to the front, and Casino Club in the Kingston Town colours wins it. Casino Club has beaten August Wind. I think Bowl C might have just...
The grey Lady of Ross sliced through on the inside halfway down the straight to take out the second event at 25 to 1, had the bookies cheering.
At the 300 metres, many possibilities here. The rider draws the whip on Viva Apollo. Second, Military Attaché. Dandelier a third from Sharp Star. Lady of Ross gets up on the inner, and then comes Rosnat and Court Regent. Lady of Ross, the grey, speeding through along the inside rail, and like a lady possessed goes Lady of Ross right away from Rosnat and Sharp Star. Oh, breeze for Lady of Ross to beat Rosnat and Sharp Star, and then...
Another winner coming along the rails was Counterfeit Coin in the third, and another one for the bookies, 25 to 1 from the Brian Mayfield Smith stable.
2 lengths Luskin Galaxy, Chez Paris, British Steel immediately under pressure. Likewise, its stablemate Going Concern, Counterfeit Coin. The roughie of the Mayfield Smith trio is starting to get up on the inside. So will I, taken on by Counterfeit Coin. Counterfeit Coin has grabbed the lead and is drawing clear of So Will I on British Steel and Counterfeit Coin. Bookies in the bookies handicap laugh all the way to the bank.
It was Miss Paru in the blinkers with a strong finish down the centre of the track to take out the fourth after Astral Ruler looked the winner and taking over at this stage.
Battles on Miss Paru likewise, and then El Rello, and a length Social Butterfly and Mr. Year from Primrose Lane. Astral Ruler takes a clear break past the 200. Now Miss Paru's the immediate danger. Astral Ruler, Miss Paru shifting off the track. Miss Paru cutting down Astral Ruler. Miss Paru's going better than Astral Ruler, and right on the line, Miss Paru has beaten Astral Ruler. Mr. Year...
Calaboose outstayed his rivals in the fifth, the Jupiter's Casino handicap. He's in the black and gold colours, 4 or 5 out from the rails.
Calaboose is challenging Bail up as they race to the 250. Walara Prince is sticking on from Orchestration and then Fix the Date and Social Cream. Sir Zephyr at the moment is labouring. Calaboose past the 200. He's giving back as a good side. Little Robert Robertson goes for the whip. Social Cream is second, but they're not going to catch Calaboose, as honest as the day is long. And Calaboose wins at a length and a quarter, and beautifully ridden by the kid. Second home was Social Cream. Third, Walara.
Smart performance by the 3-year-old filly Kin to take out the 6th event from Stickler, and there was a half-length in it at the finish.
Silver Champagne Kin on the outside. Mighty Tower battles on, then Stickler and Inconceivable. Coming down to the 200 metres, and here's Kin pouncing upon Chief of State. On the outside, Stickler runs a race, and then Tungsten Lad, forget Inconceivable. But it's Kin in front, and the little boy shows at the whip, and Kin at the moment safely holding Stickler. In third place, Tungsten Lad, although Inconceivable will get up for third.
The well-tried Left Ashore at 3-1 in the 7th event. Too good for Lance Lotto from the TJ Smith stable.
It's finishing on pretty well, though. At the 300, and Lance Lotto challenged by Baron Kane. Third position taken by Jacks. Mr. Squiggles trying to get between horses. Left Ashore down the outside. Port Fair next. At the head of the others then came Peaceful Joe, but Left Ashore right down the outside is pegging back Lance Lotto. Left Ashore gains the upper hand, and that's a jolly good performance by the filly.
Final event went to Sound of Bells, who was beautifully ridden by Bruce Compton, who's desperate with the whip in the last 50 metres to get home from Royal Samurai.
Grey Ace in the third position, Royal Samurai on the outside, battles on well, and then Rainbow Reward and Sound of Bells getting clear. Carmody pulls the whip now on Armour Rule as Royal Samurai challenges, and here comes Sound of Bells on the outside. Royal Samurai's taken the lead, but Sound of Bells races up to it. Sound of Bells heads off Royal Samurai, and by golly, it's improved.
Classy and determined ride by Compton to take out the final event from Rose Hill. Now the TAB information, 1 and 4 the double, $32.80, 1, 1 and 4 the treble, $220.90. We'll take a break and then come back and have a look at Flemington, where, surprise, surprise, it was a rain effect subsequently destroyed, and his rider Paul Hollis was taken to hospital. But I think it does give a little weight to the suggestion in some quarters that hurdle and steeplechasing should be banned. Now I know that that's a very heated topic in Victoria and South Australia, but really I think it's a bit like boxing. It's a line ball situation, whether it is humane or not.
That's right. You've got some footage of the fall coming up a little later on, and I saw it yesterday. It was disastrous. I mean, the running rail came down, jockeys tossed everywhere.
Yeah, it was a pity it had to happen in such an important race, but we'll get to that a little later. The first event at Flemington yesterday went to Tim's Gambler, ridden by Harry White. The horse taking over, Priceless Prince, wobbles around a little bit and inconveniences Tim's Gambler, but White manages to get him home.
Length and a half to Tim's Gambler, who's under the whip from Blessed Way and Glowing Idol. Priceless Prince went back to the rails, cut Tim's Gambler off again. Tim's Gambler now getting going on the outsides, running home very strongly. He's going to get to Priceless Prince, and Tim's Gambler's coming away near the line to win. About a half length to Priceless Prince, 2.5 lengths away third, Glowing Idol just...
Second event went to Yorick in a breeze. He's in the outside section. The chestnut horse is much too good for Lord Scotia.
Looks to be cantering to me, Yorick. Went up the daytime out wide. I'd say they're in front out wide. The boy lets the reins go on Yorick. It's shot away. And Yorick's well clear with 150 to go. For the McGrath family, Yorick striding away with 100 out is going to win it easily. Over on the flat side, Lord Scotia and also their state draw. But Yorick's won by 5 lengths. Lord Scotia second, ahead in front of state draw.
Now this is the third event, the crisp steeple, and this is something really good about the sport, because it's a tremendous finish here between Monsist and Arabian Myth. Monsist on the inside refused to give in.
Arabian Myth. 2 to Tingahari Junior's Boy Top Music. Arabian Myth race to Monsist, 300 to go. They're having a great battle from Tingahari Junior's Boy Top Music. Monsist won't give in. Arabian Myth and Monsist going stride for stride. Arabian Myth got a head in front. Monsist battles back the inside from Tingahari. Monsist, Arabian Myth, both under the whip. Riders throwing everything at them. They're locked together in a great battle. Monsist's finishing better. And Monsist wanted a short head to Arabian Myth.
Great courage there, and that was a wonderful advertisement for steeplechasing. This is the fourth event down the straight course, and Mrs. Mannering just a little too good for Quiet Sensation, who died slightly on the run in the last 100.
And Quiet Sensation on the inside, but Mrs. Mannering, I reckon's well clear down the outside. I reckon she's a mile in front of Quiet Sensation, running on home strongly. They're the only two in it. It's Mrs. Mannering out wide, the leader with Quiet Sensation. Nothing much between them now as they near the line, but Mrs. Mannering's doing best, and Mrs. Mannering's won it from Quiet Sensation. Miss Caramas third from Buckingham.
Fifth event went to Vera's Boy all the way, shoots right away from this point, was untroubled to score by 5 lengths from Knight of Avon.
The outside fence and then Ovation, but Vera's Boy kicked clear. Shot out 3 lengths to Warlike at the 250, followed by Longwood Lad, Knight of Avon, then Celso. Oh, this is a mile too good. Vera's Boy about 4 or 5 in front and in no danger. Battle for the minors, Knight of Avon, Warlike and Longwood Lad battling it out from Celso, but Vera's Boy has won by 5 lengths. Knight of Avon on the inside gets up for second from Longwood Lad, Warlike.
This is the fall.
Dropping out of it as they went over the next. Sutter's Gold's gone and he's brought eyes. They've knocked the rail down. Sutter's Gold has fallen, brought Powder Burn down. The second last. So Rhythmic still 8 in front. He draws to it now. He's jumped it all right, 8 lengths clear of Star of Ours. I don't know that he can pick him up with Blue Otway and Prince Lindal. Here's the last. So Rhythmic 8 in front. Draws to it now. Takes off. God, jumped it like a stag. Star of Ours, Blue Otway together second, and Prince Lindal battling on. But Sir Rhythmic's going to win it easily. Prince Lindal running on well in the centre of the track will get up and run second. A great battle for third, but Sir Rhythmic's won by about 6 or 8 lengths to Prince Lindal. Third placing is closed. Blue Otway got it.
Well, in the end, it was a very easy victory to Sir Rhythmic in the Grand National Hurdle, but we'll show you the slow-mo of this fall now, and it seems quite simple at the time. Sutter's Gold had moved into a close second place. Here he comes to the hurdle, and he just puts a foot wrong, clips the hurdle, and down he goes. And, of course, the other runners behind him had nowhere to go. They were racing very tight at that stage, and, well, really, that isn't a great advertisement for the sport, and perhaps... maybe the people in other states are right that steeplechasing and hurdle racing doesn't really have a place in Australian racing. 7th event went to Alternate, moving up in the orange colours at this stage. He looked in trouble soon after this, but fought on strongly.
Coming from the clouds with Patience Reward. Alternate grabbed by In the Glen out wide, and Lay's Choice pushing through between them. It's Alternate battling back, still in front of Lay's Choice and In the Glen. Alternate, a big performance with his weight, is going to hang on and win. And Alternate's won at about a half neck to Lay's Choice, ahead to win the Glen third.
The 100-to-1 outsider, Selvita, successful in the final event, running down Presents for All in the last 50 metres.
Straight, they race 300 to go, and Presents for All, he lets it go. It's shot 3 in front of Selvita and going well. Dexterous a danger, but he's got to weave all over the track to try and get a run. At the 200, Presents for All, 2 in front of Selvita, trying to peg it back. Dexterous getting clear, but it'll be too late. Presents for All tackled by Selvita with 100 to go. Selvita coming home the better on the outside, has moved up to join the other one near the line, and it's going to win. Selvita wins about a neck to Presents for All. Dexterous has run third. Then
now the TAB information for the Flemington meeting yesterday. And 2 and 1 the double paid $69.60, 1, 2 and 1 the treble, $289.10, and the extra double from Flemington, 4 and 14 paid $909.70. That's our racing review this morning. This week we've got an Eagle Farm meeting Wednesday, Beau Desert and Boys Town Day on Thursday. It's always a great meeting down there. And of course, Queensland's richest race, the 4X Cup at Doomben next Saturday. We hope everyone can be there. And Pat, I've got a tip for you later. Urbane, the odds-on favourite, first past the post, subsequently relegated to second. Protest by Gavin Duffy, the rider of runner-up Silver Shark, was upheld. Now, we'll show you the race, the finish, and then we'll come back and have a look at the head-on section of the early stages.
Last of all, Locked and Lad, straightening up, and it's the favourite, the first to head for home. Urbane about a length and a half in front of our John Allen. Silver Shark on the outside, trying hard, and then Piccadilly Lass and Matagorda. 200 metres to go. Urbane is clear. He's a length in front. He's got him under the whip. There's no gas in the tank. He's still a length in front of our John Allen and Silver Shark on the outside. Urbane's in front, close to home. He's holding them. Urbane's going to win it. Our John Allen, Silver Shark and Matagorda battling it out for second and third, but it's an easy one to Urbane. Urbane first, tight second and third. Matagorda...
Well, it was pretty easy in the finish, as Wayne Wilson said there, length and a quarter the winning margin, but Gavin Duffy protested on the grounds of interference at the 1,100 metres mark, 200 metres after the start. We'll show you the head-on now of the stage with the normal speed, with the call on it, and we'll come back and have a look at the slow-mo.
In fact, he's running to the lead. He's a little wide. Oh, one almost came down. Locked and Lad got tightened up. He almost fell. He dipped down, hit the turf.
The slow-mo, Urbane the widest runner. There's 2 incidents here. Now, Shane Scriven is on Locked and Lad racing in the middle of the pack, the horse with the breastplate. Now, at this stage, Mike Pelling's on his outside, and you'll see his horse just crabbing in a little bit, and shortly after this, Locked and Lad clips the heels and goes down, almost dislodging Shane Scriven. There he goes. Somehow he gets back on his feet. Now, this is the section coming up where the protest was involved. Urbane on the outside. One from the rails is Silver Shark, with Gavin Duffy getting buffeting from either side, and eventually he has to pull out of it. Now, at this stage, Urbane is hanging in a little bit. Grant Cooksley on his inside on Stealthy Night, and closer in Mike Pelling. And you can see Gavin Duffy comes back out of it, and that is where stewards claimed that he had lost his position and enough to warrant upholding the protest. Urbane, although scoring by a length and a quarter, did cost Silver Shark his position. Now, whether it was enough to uphold the protest is problematical, but stewards, with the advantage of a side-on section of that the early part of the race upheld the protest, and it certainly did cause controversy at Doomben yesterday. I think there's going to be a lot said about that for a long time. Second event was the 4X Stubby Novice, went to Katmandu. Gary Willet's making quick amends here after his defeat on Urbane. Scores on Katmandu from Tata Town and Killy Moon.
Carmen Dolores, Cardi Moon to the outside, running on fairly well. Then Tata Town and Mr. Match. Katmandu is still the leader, 150 metres to go. He's a length in front, Katmandu, trying hard. Proud Aussie, Cardi Moon and Tata Town. Roman Lover rattling home at the end, but as they hit the line, Katmandu has scored an all-the-way win. Katmandu first, tight second and third. Tata Town, Cardi Moon, Proud Aussie.
Well, that was a well-deserved victory to Katmandu. He's certainly been racing consistently, as has Shahnui, the winner of the third event. Mick Dipman, the successful jockey here. Shahnui, with the advantage of the inside barrier, was able to hold a reasonable position midfield, and then Dipman's whip work in the final 50 metres really lifted him home.
Splendid Explorer, and then Christmas Dancer. In the straight, 300 metres to go. Gold Jade loomed up on the outside, ran to the lead. Sunsani coming after Gold Jade, coming after him pretty quickly, and shortly after Sunsani goes to the lead. Sunsani raced past Gold Jade. Shahnui into the clear, cutting down Sunsani. Sunsani's just in front. Dipman lifting Shahnui the last little bit. They hit it, and I think Shahnui's got up to win it by a head. I think Shahnui has just won it from Sunsani. Maybe Splendid Explorer third, just in front of a long...
The Toowoomba 3-year-old Wide Range looks one of the most promising restricted sprinters in Brisbane. He scored again yesterday, 3 on the trot this preparation, and he did it in effortless style yesterday. He was quickly in front. Here he is turning for home. Steve Killen lets him rip, and he clears away and scores by 2 lengths from Brave Fool.
3 lengths clear of All Loose. Brave the Fool is coming home fairly well on the outside, and then Shades of Summer. Wide Range is the leader. He's 2 in front. Brave Fool into second place, then All Loose and Flighty Joe on the outside, but it's go to woe for Wide Range, and he wins it easily. Wide Range first, Brave Fool second, Flighty Joe third.
3 in a row to Wide Range, and I'm sure there's more to come. They were the first 4 from Doomben yesterday, and race 5 yesterday, the $255,000 4X Cup, and the money went Armidale way. Les's Choice, a superb ride by Carl Simons, just holding off the Perth stayer Restoration, who came from the extreme outside barrier. Les's Choice from barrier 4 gets into a fairly good position early, and Restoration a little bit worse in midfield.
Dare to be Grand began very quickly, going up in search of the lead, and so is Gold or Me. Hassendine is showing speed. They link up with the course proper. Top Banner's the leader, just in front of Dare to be Grand, who's racing to the front on the outside. Hassendine third, inside of Gold or Me, and then Prince Bourbon, Page Boy, followed by Eye of the Sky back along the inside. All one in trouble, Sabre Tayeb, and so is Exocet. Eye of the Sky running about 6th on the inside of Page Boy, then Les's Choice, Travel Light, followed by a High Geeta, who's a bit wide. Phoenix Rising next on the inside, and then Restoration, Home Office. A length to Dinky Flyer, another Planet on the outside of Exocet, and then Sabre Tayeb, Jiff, Rose and Thistle second last, and Fox Seal is last of all. Heading up the side, 1,400 metres to go. The leader, Top Banner, bowling along out in front there. Doesn't look to be much speed on Top Banner by a length and a half. Dare to be Grand is second on the inside of Hassendine, and Les's Choice is a handy fourth. 1 to Prince Bourbon, a half to Gold or Me, and then a High Geeta, Page Boy. 2 to Eye of the Sky, Travel Light next on the outside. 3/4 of a length to Restoration. Home Office is next on the inside of Phoenix Rising. A length and a half to Another Planet, and then Dinky Flyer. Rose and Thistle starting to pick up ground on the outside. Then Sabre Tayeb. Exocet is third last, and then Jiff, and Fox Seal is last of all, 20 lengths from the leader. 800 metres to go. Top Banner, 1 in front. Hassendine second. Les's Choice is a length away third. Then Dare to be Grand, followed by Prince Bourbon, Gold or Me, and High Geeta. Restoration going forward on the outside. Then Page Boy, Travel Light, followed by Phoenix Rising. Rose and Thistle continuing that run around the field, and then a Home Office. Dinky Flyer now starting her burst, but giving the leaders a long start. Then Eye of the Sky, Fox Seal starting to pick up ground. Sabre Tayeb, Exocet and Jiff straightening up, and Les's Choice has raced past the leaders. It's Les's Choice kicking away 2 lengths in front of Top Banner. Dare to be Grand on the outside. Here comes Restoration with a great run. Then Prince Bourbon, Gold or Me, and Phoenix Rising. Les's Choice is clear with 100 metres to go. Restoration is coming out after him. Les's Choice in front. Restoration is swamping him at the end. Les's Choice and Restoration, they hit it. It's close. Very close. Restoration flew the last little bit. This is one that could go either way, Restoration or Les's Choice, and it's a photo finish for third as well. Phoenix.
What a tremendous finish to the 4X Cup, and it was Les's Choice just scraping home, Restoration with giant strides. And in fact, it was so close that Carl Simons, the rider of Les's Choice, felt he had been beaten right on the line. Now, we'll show you coming to the home turn, and this is where Simons made his race-winning move. He moved swiftly around Top Benner and got away, the horse with the green colours and the gold cap, and he goes for the whip, and he gets a break. Now, Restoration is about 6 or 7 wide. The horse with the goldy sort of colours starting to motor now. For a couple of strides on the home turn, he was hampered by Gold or Me, and it probably cost him victory. Les's Choice, 3 or 4 lengths clear, and seemingly with the race in his keeping, but here comes Restoration with giant strides, just inclined to shift in a little bit under pressure, and that also contributed to his narrow defeat. But Les's Choice, very courageous performance. Restoration, I'm sure that he's going to make amends for that big race defeat very, very quickly. He could be a Caulfield, even Melbourne Cup chance in the spring if the Buster O'Malley stable decides to take him across from Perth. 6th event was the 4X Light graduation, and it went to Light the Sky, who landed a massive plunge, as much as 10 to 1 bet about him. He firmed in to start 4 to 1 and held off the fast finishing Gypsy Joe.
And then Latin Flair muted and Liz Patina with Gypsy Joe. 250 metres to go. Galaxy's Image loomed up on the outside, ran to the lead, but is tackled immediately by Light the Sky. Light the Sky's coming with a great run. Gypsy Joe down the outside, muted, making ground, but Light the Sky burst clear close to home, and Light the Sky goes on to win. Light the Sky first, Gypsy Joe second, muted may get third, just in front of Latin Flair, then...
Racing Minister Russ Hinds and his wife Faye had chalked up 4 wins during the week. They made it 5 when Lord Waverley took out the 7th event, made light of 55.5 kilos with a devastating sprint in the straight to score from Be Precise, best foot forward, a distant third.
To go. It's best foot forward, a length in front, Be Precise working into the clear, and here comes Lord Waverley right down the outside. He's coming with an explosive burst. He's raced straight past them, Lord Waverley. Be Precise is trying to go with him, but it's Lord Waverley in front, and he's going to be too good in the run home. Lord Waverley first, Be Precise second, best foot forward third.
An exciting day's racing finished in thrilling style when Sports Ruler lunged in the last couple of hops to take out the final event as the heavily backed favourite and complete a pretty bad day for the bookies. Great ride here by Gavin Duffy.
Sailed for the judge, Garter Star into the clear, Northern Beamed on the outside, then Sports Ruler, Sapphire Lad to the extreme outside, but Count Bevic has kicked at the 200-metre mark. He's clear, he's 2 lengths in front of Garter Star and Sports Ruler. Count Bevic's in front, Foreign Diplomat making ground at the end. Rattling home on the outside is Garter Star and Sports Ruler. They hit the line. Gee, this is close. It's between Garter Star and Sports Ruler. They swamped Count Bevic right on the post.
Well, it was Gavin Duffy and Sports Ruler, much to the delight of punters, getting the photo verdict there as the 6-4 favourite. Now the TAB information, 19-1, the double paid $108.70, and the treble's gone, 3-1, the extra double, $23.60. In fact, the treble paid for $423.10. Now the 6-pick, 8, 3, 19, 3, 1-1, Division 1, $7,360.80. Good divvy there. Division 2, $116.80. Division 3, $22.65. And Division 4, $12.60. Those punters of Division 4 have got something to back up with next week. We'll take a break now in Sports Scene. Come back and have a look at the Randwick meeting in Sydney. We look now at the Randwick meeting, and most punters thought a horse called Advanced was a good thing to take out the opening event. Started the 7-4 favourite, but the filly very disappointing in finishing 7th. Appreciation at 33-1 came storming down the outside to score comfortably from Gamble on Me.
Appreciation who's coming down the outside very quickly. Compton's gone for the whip on Advance. She's not getting much room, but she's history. And quickly dashing away is Appreciation, about 2 lengths clear. Gamble on Me flying into second place, but Appreciation, Emancipations, half-sisters, going to win it well.
Well, just when Really Pretty looked certain to take out the second event inside the 200 metres, along came Olympic Flame with a very powerful finish to score.
And Gypsy Reward absolutely hopelessly snookered as they come down to the 250, and Really Pretty dashes to the lead from Clavel's Girl, and then on the inside battling on between horses Sadistic Queen and Olympic Flame runs on from Palmyra Bay. Olympic Flame after Really Pretty. Olympic Flame gobbles up Really Pretty, and Olympic Flame gets there on the line.
Triple Jump Ron, back from a Brisbane campaign, took out the third. He's the widest runner of the leading division with the breastplate on. He lunges to pick up the favourite Merry Ruler in the last 50.
At the 250 metres, and Merry Ruler leads the way. He's being shaken up now by Compton. He's a length and a half. Triple Jump Ron. Ancient Mariner third. Merry Ruler, 120 to go in front. It's a length and a quarter on Triple Jump Ron, followed by Ancient Mariner. The outside, Leo Red. Triple Jump Ron comes at Merry Ruler. He's got to get him, and Triple Jump Ron's arrived on the line.
The addition of blinkers and new riding tactics out in front paid dividends for Sir Zephyr, who was very disappointing only a week earlier, all the way in the fourth. Oh, we've got no call of this, by the way. It's Sir Zephyr, well clear at this stage, just testing. Noel Barker has him hands and heels. In second place is Bold and Deffer, but certainly a new Sir Zephyr. Stewards inquired into the new riding tactics, but the stable foreman, stable spokesman Ernie Smith was able to explain that they wanted the horse to race out in front because he'd been a little field shy at his previous start. Certainly the blinkers helped him as well. Fifth event went to Balu in very impressive style, swept to the lead about the 150-metre mark and raced right away.
Marshall had to go for the whip, and she's giving nothing. Balu's coming after Tuggerman now. At the 200 and past it, and Balu quickly swept alongside Tuggerman, heads him off. 2.5 lengths away next. Max Treasure running home pretty well, but the 3-year-old filly Balu's going to blitz them here, and to the line goes Balu. They turn the corner.
This is the sixth event, went to No Scruples, who ran on powerfully under the whip to defeat Foreign Edition, the grey well clear at this stage.
And then comes No Scruples, followed by Jemsky, and a break then to Golden Comment. Foreign Edition down to the 200 metres, a length and a half. No Scruples starting to challenge. Ace it up, he's beaten, and then Dark Disguise and Jemsky. Foreign Edition taken on by No Scruples, stride by stride. No Scruples picks up Foreign Edition, and No Scruples does the better. Another winner for Johnny Marshall.
Seventh event went to Best Beau. A pretty solid performance by this 4-year-old. This another, unfortunately, we have no call on this event. This Best Beau is the chestnut horse with the breastplate moving up about 5 or 6 wide, and it's a well-timed run. He takes over about the 200 metres mark. He's a blue and gold 4-year-old from the Dave Sweeney stable. He looks pretty smart. He's getting away from this leading division at this stage. Ex Parte makes up big ground in the centre to get second. It's a very good finish. I think he might be one to follow, but Best Beau in control from about the 200 metres mark and scores well. This is the final event. It went to Inconceivable. He's in the blinkers with the red and white colours storming home down the centre of the track, starting at 20 to 1.
Is Inconceivable, and Full Page has got a dream run through nearer to the inside. Now as they top the rise, and the leader is Tungsten Lad. On the outside, Grillet, and here's Inconceivable, followed by Full Page on the rails. Inconceivable has taken the lead by a half length now on Grillet. Full Page won't run on, but it's Inconceivable the leader. Full Page, his stablemate, in third place. Grillet's splitting them, but as they reach the line, it's Inconceivable winning it easily.
Inconceivable, and it was just that for most punters, starting at 20 to 1. Now the double and treble information. 4 and 1 the double, $38.90. 1, 4 and 1 the treble, $396.70. And we'll take a break and come back and have a look at the Flemington meeting in Melbourne, where again the track heavy. Markets defied a betting drift on course, 6 to 4 out the 3s to defeat Sir Mame. Great battle for these two as they get towards the last.
He's given Star of Ours a crack with a whip, but immediately moved up to Sir Mame, and the favourite's taken the lead narrowly at the last, about a head in front of Sir Mame. Here they go to it. Sir Mame again jumped a bit better, but Star of Ours got more pace on the flat, went up, put his head in front of Sir Mame. They're having a good battle, but Star of Ours starting to do better now, and the favourite's home in the first. Star of Ours down to the line wins by 2 lengths to Sir Mame. 10 lengths away third.
And the favourites home in the second too. Priceless Prince at 2 to 1 scores a decisive victory from Marell. Priceless Prince over on the inside with the blinkers, in control at this stage.
Priceless Prince, a Nectar Friar's Delight under great pressure. 3 lengths to Oyster Bar. Morell's running on well down the outside. He's had to go for the whip on Priceless Prince, but he's safely holding Friar's Delight at bay by a half length. Morell running on fairly on the outside. Priceless Prince got clear, 150 to go. Morell and Oyster Bar running on, but crackers, you've cracked it, old son. And Priceless Prince has won at a length and a quarter to Morell. A neck away third, Oyster Bar.
Good on your crackers. Third event went to Bronze Knight. The grey finishes about 1 from the outside fence and scores well from Regal Century.
Regal Century and Mill Trooper wider out on the track there, coming home pretty well as Beau George. Galaxy Fleet struggling. War Him making a run along the inside, but it'll be too late. Regal Century got to the lead. Bronze Knight coming with a strong run. Bronze Knight's going home the better. Drew to Regal Century as they near the line, and Bronze Knight's won it.
First. This is the fourth event, and it went to Prince Lindal from Arabian Myth. We'll come back and have a look at this fall in slow-mo in a minute.
Led over it, and Junior's boy went. He hit it with his knees and crashed to the ground at that one. The boy's okay, so is the horse. It's Prince Lindal taking the lead with one to jump. He's gone away from Norfolk Tiger. Arabian Myth starting to run on well. Here's the last. Prince Lindal a length and a half in front over it safely. From Arabian Myth now trying to get on terms with him from Norfolk Tiger along at the others. But Prince Lindal, the old dyed in the wool stayer, holding Arabian Myth with 200 to go. Norfolk Tiger very tired, third from Brinkworth. And Prince Lindal, he can do nothing if not stay, and he's going to outstay them in the Grand National Steeplechase. Kevin Wynn boots him to the line. Prince Lindal by 3 lengths to Arabian Myth. 8 lengths away third, Norfolk Tiger.
Well, it was a pretty good staying effort, 5,000 metres, and over those steeples, it was a good effort. That was the Grand National Steeple. Now, this is the fall. Junior's boy won out, the horse with the blaze. He just bungles this hurdle, and it's a rather spectacular fall. It's a miracle neither horse nor rider were hurt. He goes straight in under the fence. You can see he's put in a very rough one there, comes down awkwardly, and he goes through and hits an upright here, actually, and buckles the fence, and somehow or other he gets to his feet quickly. The jockey's thrown through on the inside of the steeple grass, and Junior's boy gets up very swiftly and manages to collect Tengahari, who's in about 5th or 6th place as he comes through this hurdle. And you can watch that he hits Tengahari very hard here in a minute, and Tengahari, in fact, didn't complete the course. He seems to have damaged his leg in some way. He didn't stretch out after this, not surprisingly. Somehow or other, his jockey stays on him and goes for a few more metres, but unfortunately he had to be pulled out of the race. But a spectacular steeple, and again, we just question a little bit whether it's a great sport, the hurdling and steeplechasing in Melbourne. 5th event went to Rocky Rullah all the way, 2,500 metres. He's cruising out in front at this stage, untroubled to score by 9 lengths.
Then Partisan Prince, followed by Langong. The others are going up and down in the one spot, but Rocky Rullah, my goodness me, it's got the race well won with 200 to go. It's going to win, not only win, it's going to win by a street. Rocky Rullah is going down to the line 8 lengths from Nagara Princess, and they were followed then by Langong and Jamaica Inn. Rocky Rullah leads all the way, wins by 8 lengths. Nagara Princess second, just in front of Langong.
Gay Tulip weaves back towards the inside to get a run along the inside of Kale and take out the statewide winter championship.
Through the field, Knight of Avon, he's gone right to the outside fence on it, and then comes King of Kings starting to race on pretty well. It's Kale in front at the 250, however, holding Celso. Gay Tulip's the danger if it gets out. Knight of Avon down against the outside fence. Gay Tulip's got up on the inside to tackle Kale. Gay Tulip and Kale. Gay Tulip's going home the best, and Gay Tulip's won it. About a half length to Kale, Celso third.
With 25 to 1 outsider, Red Centurion had the finish all to himself over on the flat side in the 7th event. Revenging and Warn filled the placings.
Inertia's racing up to hit the front, and Warn has gone into the centre of the track under pressure, and they're followed then by Shark's Fin. Inertia out wide as the leader with Red Centurion on the flat side. They're the two fighting it out with 200 to go. I think Red Centurion's in front on the flat side rail. Warn won't go straight or he'd beat them all, and the flat side's going to walk in. Red Centurion in front, and Red Centurion wins it about 2 lengths. Second, Revenging, a half head to Warn, a great run third.
8th event was the Foster's Lawn handicap down the straight, and it went to Proud Sapphire with the blinkers and the breastplate, 4 or 5 out from the inside rail.
Kingston Lane going well, Lakeside Star coming at them. Proud Sapphire coming with a big run, and down the outside, Longwood Lads got the upper hand from Gold Kildare. Many chances, 200 to go. Proud Sapphire, I think, is going better than anything. Proud Sapphire moved up the Kingston Lane, put his head in front, and then Moonlight Saunter, and Proud Sapphire's just going to win the money from Kingston Lane, Moonlight Saunter.
Well, that was the 8th from Flemington yesterday. Unfortunately, because of technical problems, we can't show you race 9, won by Miss Karamas. Now the TAB information on the double and treble from Flemington. 3 and 6 the double, $120.50. 2, 3 and 6 the treble, $2,025.90. And the extra double from Flemington, 11 and 9, paid $241.60. Well, as usual, from Bundamba yesterday. I think on yesterday's results they'd like the Ipswich Amateur Turf Club to race every Saturday, and one of the biggest boilovers was in the Cup, won by Hot on Aces at 25 to 1.
The disaster started early. The first event went to the 14-to-1 chance Vale Rule, who was a heavily backed favourite when beaten at his last start at the Gold Coast in easier class. Yesterday he raced up much handier to the lead, and he went to the post pretty generously. I think there's more wins in store for Vale Rule.
They straighten up. Tristram Bay drop back quickly. In third place now, way out west, then Croxley Bell Deltonate. It's true to the extreme outside, 200 metres to go. Vale Rule is still the leader, about a length in front of Normandy Conquest, who's trying hard. Then way out west, it's true and Deltonate. Vale Rule is still the leader, close to home. He's got away from them, and Vale Rule's going to be too good at the run to the line. Wins it easily, wins it by 3 lengths in fact, and Vale Rule goes to the post to beat Normandy Conquest. Way out west is third.
The only bright spot for the punters came in the second event with the success of the Thangool-trained Banker Mick. He looked in some trouble coming to the home turn. Ken Russell was forced to give him a flick or two with the whip, but he went on with the job very generously in the straight and finished up scoring by a length and a half from Copenhagen.
Just in front of Copenhagen, Black Raymond hooked to the outside, and Banker Mick is coming through in the middle. Then Monrovia Lad and Golden Reflection, 150 metres to go. Banker Mick coming after this leader, Copenhagen. Banker Mick, he's loomed up on the outside, he's hit the front. It's Banker Mick in front of Copenhagen. Golden Reflection making ground with Monrovia Lad, but Banker Mick's too good as they hit the line, and Banker Mick has won it. Banker Mick first, Copenhagen second, tight for third. Royal Communique, flash time.
Banker Mick to head home to Thangool, probably be back in Brisbane later in the year, and I think that he could pick up another one of the restricted events here. Third event was one of the feature races. It was the Eyeliner Stakes, and it went to the 33-to-1 pop James Tradition, well handled by Kerry Smith, a host of well-backed failures in this. Principally Let Me Tell, who's hustling through on the inside to lead, but very disappointing in the straight.
Let Me Tell is driving right through along the inside to be third. Roman Knight, after beginning well, is drifting back. Lunch on Sunday, and Paris Beau very wide, then Steeler Tequila, James Tradition. Degastakis is getting back, and 5 lengths last, Federalism. Running to the first bend, 800 metres to go. Take It Mass and Let Me Tell, they're locked together. Peach Choice a half length away third, but a bit wide. Paris Beau going up to be fourth, but he's 4 deep, and Lunch on Sunday is fifth, but 5 wide. Lord Penn on the rails behind them, then Best Foot Forward and Steeler Tequila, followed by James Tradition, Roman Knight, Degastakis, and Federalism is last. Down the side, 450 metres to go, and it's a great battle for the lead. Let Me Tell has the advantage of the inside. He's just in front. Paris Beau now running second and moving up to Let Me Tell. In fact, he's hit the lead. Paris Beau as they straighten up. Paris Beau got away. He's almost a length in front of Let Me Tell. Lunch on Sunday on the outside, and James Tradition is coming home with a great run. Paris Beau the leader, 200 metres to go. James Tradition has just about got him. Roman Knight on the outside running on strongly. It's James Tradition moving up to Paris Beau, shoots away from him, and James Tradition in a boil over wins the Eyeliner. James Tradition first, tight second and third, 3 of them right across the track. Roman Knight, the fast finishing Federalism, then Paris Beau.
Definitely one to follow out of the Eyeliner. The third place getter, Federalism, who was tailed off last in the middle stages. He flashed home to get a good third. He's likely to run in the 4X mile at Eagle Farm next Saturday, and he's going to be well suited by the 1600 metres on the big track. Fourth event went to Chouer, beautifully handled by Paul Hamlin, just outstayed Tudor Rebel.
By Willits as they come around the home turn. At randoms, the leader straightening up, but tackled immediately by Von Luckner. Chouer on the outside is coming into it with a great run, and here's Tudor Rebel down the outside, then Pretty as Paint. Chouer loomed up, ran to the lead, 150 to go. Chouer just in front of Tudor Rebel, the outside, then Von Luckner. Chouer in front of Tudor Rebel. Chouer hanging on, they hit it, Chouer. Chouer first has beaten Tudor Rebel, third either Von Luckner or Prouty.
That win ended a little bit of a drought for young Hamlin, but he's a very promising rider, and I think he's one of the riders to follow in Brisbane in the coming season. They were the first Ipswich Cup. It was won by Hot On Aces at 25-to-1 all the way. A rather mixed 24 hours for Mike Kerr, who was suspended on Friday, the suspension to take effect after the Cup meeting, and he had joy here on Hot On Aces, who gave him a pretty torrid time early. He was racing pretty keenly, but he dashed away before the home turn and held off Latin Myth, Rosen, Thistle and Chineki, all made up big ground in the last 100.
Plenty of dash. Duffy spearing over towards the rails on Home Office as they link up with the course proper. It's Home Office only 2 off the rails, back in third last place, and then Rosen, Thistle and Lord Woden at the winning post the first time. Hot On Aces going strongly, leads by 2 lengths. Top Man is second. Noble Sun is a length away third on the inside, followed by Light the Sky, Prince Bourbon, Tuniki, and then Sabre Tayeb. One further back, the Home Office on the outside of Latin Myth, and then Lord Woden, and Rosen Thistle is last of all. Hot On Aces the leader, 1400 metres to go. He's bobbing along out in the lead, leading by a length. In second place, Noble Sun, and Top Manor is ahead away third. Prince Bourbon nicely placed fourth on the inside of Light the Sky. A length further back to Tuniki, and then Sabre Tayeb. Home Office on the outside of Latin Myth. Second last is Lord Wotan and Rose and Thistle still at the rear. No change in the order coming up towards the 1200, and it's Hot on Aces, 2 clear. Top Banner second on the outside of Noble Sun, 2 to Light the Sky, who's covering Prince Bourbon, and then Tuniki on the inside of Sabre Taib, 2 to Home Office racing outside of Latin Myth, then Lord Wotan and Rose and Thistle is last, 12 lengths from the leader. 850 metres to go. Hot on Aces continues to make play out in front. It's Hot on Aces, a length and a half clear second. Noble Sun, Top Banner is a head away third, followed by Sabre Taib making a dash on the outside of Light the Sky, and then Prince Bourbon, Tuniki. Home Office is now starting his run, but forced to go a little bit wide. Then Latin Myth, Lord Wotan and Rose and Thistle coming down the side, 650 to go. It's Hot on Aces by a length and a half. Top Banner second, and Home Office is continuing that run. He's going right around the field. He's loomed up into third place, followed by Sabre Taib, the boy in trouble, standing high on the irons. Tuniki is now going forward. Rose and Thistle on the outside with a great run, but Hot on Aces is clear as they set sail for the judge. It's Hot on Aces straightening up by 2 lengths on Home Office. Tuniki on the outside, followed by Rose and Thistle. Top Banner, then Light the Sky. 200 metres to go. Hot on Aces is the leader. He's 2 lengths in front of Home Office. On the outside, Tuniki, Rose and Thistle, and Latin Myth is making ground. Hot on Aces in front. He's stopping. Latin Myth is flying on the outside. Hot on Aces just in front. They hit it. Hot on Aces first. Hot on Aces has just lasted to beat Latin Myth. A photo for third between Tuniki and Rose and Thistle, then Sabre.
Hot on Aces successful, and a training triumph for Peter Moylan from the Gold Coast. Peter took out the Ipswich Cup last year with Ballyman's boys, so back-to-back cups there at Ipswich. The 6th event, Mr. Match, and Gary Will, it's too strong for the favourite, Follow My Style, who had to do a fair bit of work out wide.
To the outside, putting in a bit of a run, and then Capro Khan, 150 metres to go. Follow My Style loomed up on the outside. He's got his nose in front. Mr. Match is coming and Follow My Style, and Baklava's kicking again on the inside. Mr. Match raced up on the outside. He's too good, Mr. Match. Mr. Match first by 3/4 of a length. Follow My Style second, and third Baklava, followed in by Capro Khan.
Final event was the Cooney Transition, and the bookies were still cheering with Makita Blue successful at 12 to 1, defeating the well-tried Woodland Beau. Getting a bit murky here. Woodland Beau's the widest runner. He's very unlucky.
Parnassus on the outside. Trafalgar Star just behind them, winding up on the outside, and then Woodland Beau and Taj Ruler, 150 metres to go. Plenty of chances. Star of Armian just in front. Parnassus on the outside. Woodland Beau storming home, and Makita Blue right down the outside. And Belmont Air's got a split. Woodland Beau grabbed the lead. Makita Blue coming at Woodland Beau. They hit it. Gee, this is tight. It's close between Woodland Beau. Woodland Beau may have just won it, but there's little in it. Woodland Beau and Makita Blue. Belmont Air partner.
In fact, it was Makita Blue getting a very deceptive finish there right on the outside fence. Now the double and treble information for the Ipswich Cup meeting yesterday, and the double numbers 11 and 11, $1,076.80. Understandably a huge treble with the 33 to 1 chance James Tradition successful in the first leg. 14, 11 and 11 the combination. $26,341.70. The extra double from Bundamba, 10 and 7, paid $114.30. And 6-pick yesterday, jackpotted, surprise, surprise, Division 1. Division 2, $1,386.10. Division 10, as we look now at the Rosehill meeting yesterday, and it was a day of frustration for the TJ Smith stable. They were successful with Cavalry, but were first past the post also in the main event with Sir Zephyr, which lost on protest to Bold Endeavour. And the really galling part for the stable is that rival Brian Mayfield Smith picked up that protest with Bold Endeavour taking the race from Sir Zephyr. And at this stage, Mayfield Smith is now about a 33 to 1 on chance to to take out the Trainers' Premiership, with only 2 metropolitan meetings to go on Wednesday and next Saturday. First event at Rosehill went to Evandale Star, who came with a well-timed run in the straight, about 4 out from the rails, and short half head was the margin from Singeing Lamp, another from the Smith stable.
Followed by August Wind, and then comes Gamble on Me, racing to the 250. Châtain pokes the head in front of Academy Miss. Evandale Star joining in, Singeing Lamp getting out, but Evandale Star's in full flight now. It's Evandale Star in front of Singeing Lamp, kicking back on the inside. Evandale Star, Singeing Lamp. Evandale Star does the better. I think she's wanted a nose, Evandale Star to Singeing Lamp, and third was Gamble on Me.
Second event went to the well-tried Astral Ruler from the Jack Denham stable. Gets a run through on the inside to defeat Devious Lady and Kin, who was well backed. A little disappointing.
Garden Social Butterfly and Madalena from Primrose Lane. Kin having a struggle to get away from Astral Ruler. In third position, Devious Lady, followed by Social Butterfly, but Astral Ruler doing better than Kin. Kin's dying on a run, and Astral Ruler's coming away from the favourite. Devious Lady runs on. We'll get up for second. Around the
third event went to Cavalry, the one success for the Smiths stable. That's Cavalry moving up in the blue and white colours. Smith shows, Dittman shows him the whip from this point, and under hard riding he goes on to score well.
As they come to the 200 metres, about 3/4 on Oliver John. Billy Asset can't get out from Ideal Time. Groucho next and labouring. It's Cavalry giving Dittman a hard ride. Ideal Time, Billy Asset behind the leader, but Cavalry's a little too good, and Cavalry raced home to win it. Cavalry from a tight finish.
Then came the Winter Cup. Now this went to Sir Zephyr, who's the horse with the blinkers, moving up 3 out. Watch him over the final 200 metres. He starts to get in on top of Bold Endeavour, who was second past the post but picked up the race on protest.
Had to draw the whip on Bold Endeavour. Sir Zephyr on the outside looking dangerous now, and Sir Zephyr allow an inclination to duck in, raced up to Bold Endeavour, who won't surrender, and Lady of Ross coming home. It's Sir Zephyr and Bold Endeavour from Lady of Ross. Sir Zephyr, Bold Endeavour, Sir Zephyr, Bold Endeavour, Sir Zephyr! Sir Zephyr's just beaten Bold Endeavour. Third placing Lady of Ross, followed by Orchestration. Commencing the run around.
Fifth event, and the torment continued for the Smith stable. Picard going down narrowly to All Chant in the sprint. Watch the whip work of Dittman on the inside on Picarda and Compton on the outside on All Chant. A really great struggle.
All Chant on the outside, a length and a half to Plain Cover, then Vain Princess, and Manuan on the outside, making heavy weather of it. It's Picarda battling on. All Chant second, Petrus getting up on the inside, then Plain Cover, Picarda and All Chant, Picarda and All Chant as they hit the line, a bobbing finish. As they
Sixth event went to Grey Ace, and pretty impressive style too. The Grey moving up 4 out with the breastplate. He goes to the post very generously to defeat Little Gay Fun.
And then Lunch in Paris, and Grey Ace the outside starting to put his mind on the job, although he is racing a little bit greenly, but now he's starting to straighten up and comes after Amarul. Carmody pulls the whip on Amarul. Grey Ace on the outside is cutting down Amarul. Grey Ace races alongside Amarul, heads it off, followed by Little Gay Fun, but Grey Ace is a mile too good. Little Gay Fun will get the Quinella, but Grey Ace wins it more than a length.
Brian Mayfield Smith wrapping up a double when Fix the Date took out the Jumbuck Enterprises handicap. Fix the Date slices through a narrow opening in close to defeat Hussar's Command, who's the widest runner.
Splitting horses. Reuters News comes into it, and further out on the track is Regal Diplomat and Hussar's Command. At the 200, Amur in front from Reuters News, Hussar's Command and Regal Diplomat, and here's Fix the Date. Fix the Date darts through the centre in the Jumbuck Racing Enterprises colours, and Fix the Date is racing away from Hussar's Command and Reuters News. Big Valdu.
Final event went to Big Valdu and Mick Dittman. He's the horse moving up 3 out in the striped colours. Dittman comes with a well-timed burst to defeat Bay Dorica by a couple of lengths.
King at the 300 metres, and Oxbury Way went past all-nighter. Big Valdu trying to get on terms with Oxbury Way, and the rider's gone for the whip on Oxbury Way. Big Valdu's headed him on the outside and a length away. Bay Dorica running home, but Big Valdu has gained the ascendancy, and Dittman drives Big Valdu away from Bay Dorica at Oxbury Way, and Big Valdu makes it 2 straight.
Well, some consolation there for Mick Dittman, but not Tommy Smith in the final event. Now the double and treble information for Rose Hill. 2 and 1 the double, $23.50. 3, 2 and 1 the treble, $77 even. We'll take a break now and come back and have a look at a head and really treacherous for the punters. You can see as we go through these races that the first turning for home was generally first home, and some big margins recorded and some very, very weary horses at the finish. Plenty weary in the opening event, the hurdle. At this stage, it's Sir Mame Clear. Goes on to score by 15 lengths.
The leader draws to it, Sir Mame, about 5 or 6 in front. Over it like a stag. He's got it well won. Melancholy running into second place from Royal Sea. But Sir Mame's going to win by about 10 lengths. An effortless victory to the favourite. Sir Mame wins by 10 lengths. Melancholy is going to run second. Good battle for third. Royal Sea on the inside. Hanging on, gets it in front of Teakwood. And
the Welter was the second event. Nazinski moving up 1 out here at this stage, gets past Vera's Boy very quickly and goes on to score a very comfortable win.
From Vera's Boy, about 10 lengths away, Lion Duke and Ravela running on from Verbano, but Nazinski right over against the inside rail, well clear with 100 to go, and it's going to canter in. Nazinski wins by about 6 lengths. Vera's Boy second, Ravela's going to get up for third, followed by Lion Duke. And Daring John.
Third event went to Daring John, and trainer John Marshall found out he's got a mudlark here. Daring John just about 3 or 4 lengths clear, and watch him stretch out in the straight.
Game followed then further back by Whirl Around, making up ground. But Daring John's about 10 in front halfway down the straight. Wider out on the track, Erupting Wave struggling on with Indian Game battling on, and Beholder Phantom still there on the fence. Daring John has won by 15 lengths. Erupting Wave hanging on for second as they get near the line, and it will run second. Erupting Wave third. Irish Conceit inches in.
The official margin was 15 lengths, and bear in mind Daring John was being eased down, so what a win. The fourth event went to Love Astray in the light green colours, and she clears out from this point also.
Love Astray, it's got about 4 lengths in front halfway down the straight from Find a Star. The others are struggling behind it, headed then over on the outside of those horses, making up some ground. Mink's gone. But Love Astray is going to win by about 4 lengths. Find a Star's run second. It's a great battle for third placing, and it's going to go to Equity Girl. Got it.
The fifth, and it was Braquillo all the way, landing some good bets too. 8's into 5 to 1, and Braquillo scores by half length from Judton Lodge, who looked a threat halfway down the straight.
Judton Lodge trying to wear him down at the 200. Judton Lodge moved up on the outside of Braquillo, who won't give in. They're going stride for stride, followed by State Draw. It's Braquillo just in front of Judton Lodge. He's holding him at bay. Braquillo ahead in front and near the line, and has won it. Braquillo and next to Judton Lodge, 5 lengths away, third state.
The sixth event went to Range, who grabbed the lead about 100 metres out, finished up winning decisively. He's in the pink cap out a little bit off the fence.
Frosty Dawn in front, Maybell Miss getting another run. Range is battling on the outside. Frosty Dawn in front of half, Maybell Miss grabbing it, and Range down the outside from Ennisvale Lady. Range has gone up to the leader, Frosty Dawn near the line. They're fighting it out. Range doing a little bit the better. Range hit the front and it'll win. Range has won it about 3 parts of a length to either Sheer Wonder or Ennisvale Lady.
I think any punter would have laid long odds on Night Judge to take out the 7th from this point, but Beatrice Lovett rockets the last 100 metres and finishes up winning pretty decisively.
200 to go from Born Free, followed by Beatrice Lovett, and behind them is Beau Bay. With 150 to go, Night Judge in front. He's getting very weary, but he's got a big break. Beatrice Lovett starting to fly home. Night Judge going up and down in the one place. Beatrice Lovett is claiming it near the post, and Beatrice Lovett, I reckon's got up and won a nose tonight, Judge.
Final event went to Dynamic Dancer, who's the leader here at the home turn in the black cap. Ridden right out, wins handsomely.
Then Papal Princess Being Noble in the straight, and Dynamic Dancer about 2 in front of Bell Bay and Mantina the outside. Dual Fame battling back on the rails, and then Dexterous. Dynamic Dancer holding onto the lead from Bell Bay, and Dual Fame in third placing with 100 to go. And Dynamic Dancer's going on to score. Goes down to win a length and a half, Bell Bay. Dual Fame battled on for third from Mantina. 3 or 4 lengths Being Noble and Dexterous, and there followed after a gap Tyreso.
Dynamic Dancer taking out the final event, a very heavy track there at Caulfield yesterday. Now the TAB information, 1 and 1 the double, $27.40. Ditto the treble, 1, 1 and 1, $130.90. And the extra double from Caulfield.
Under the Anniversary Cup up there, and victory to the New Zealander Chineki. We picked the field up around about the 1100 metres mark. At this stage, Kuba's Gold is clear. He held on very well for second, but Chineki, who's racing around midfield, well ridden by Ken Russell, just a shade too strong in the straight.
Second, 1 to Zinc third, and 1 to Grand Ray fourth, then Winning Design Latin Myth, followed by Bucking Rip, and then Tunaiki, Rose and Thistle next on the inside of Sabre Tayeb. Mr. Duffy still back third last inside of Bugden Girl, 1 to Prouty. Coming up towards the 1,000 now, Kuba's Gold has still got this long lead. He's 5 lengths in front. Il Rubino running second, 2 to Zinc third, and then Grand Ray, Winning Design, Latin Myth, Bucking Rip, Tuna Iki, followed by Rose and Thistle and Sabre Tayeb together. 2 to Mr. Duffy, second last Bugden Girl, Prouty last of all, 20 lengths from the leader. On the next bend, 800 metres to go. Kuba's Gold, 3 in front. Il Rubino second. 2 away third, Zinc. Grand Ray, fourth on the inside. Then Winning Design starting to go forward. Latin Myth off the rails, going through in the centre. 1 to Tuniki, right on the heels of Latin Myth, followed by Sabre Tayeb, Bucking Rip, Rose and Thistle. Mr. Duffy to the outside, starting to improve his position. Then Bugden Girl and Proud is last. They set sail for the judge. 400 metres to go. Kuba's Gold a length in front of Grand Ray, who's throwing down the gauntlet to the leader. Zinc on the outside, then Il Rubino. Tuniki coming through in the middle, and here comes Latin Myth with a great run on the outside. Further back, Bucking Rip, and then Mr. Duffy. 200 metres to go. Tuniki loomed up, hit the lead. Latin Myth trying to go with Tuniki, and then Kuba's Gold. It's Tuniki about a half length in front of Latin Myth, and Kuba's Gold, who's kicking again. Tuniki in front as they hit the line, and Tuniki has won.
Well, it was a well-deserved victory there to Chineki, because he has been the unlucky horse of the Winter Carnival, second in a very controversial protest at Doomben, and then he did come down with the virus, which upset his plans for the 4X Cup, and he finished up missing that race, so well-deserved victory there. Well, yesterday at Eagle Farm was the final fixture of the season, And as Pat mentioned, Neil Williams did wrap up the riding premiership and did it in style with a winning treble. We've got Neil as our special guest this morning. Congratulations on the premiership and the treble.
Thanks very much, Bart.
And a treble of premiership wins, 3 in a row.
Yes.
What about the next season? You're not going to be here?
No, I'm going to venture off to Hong Kong, try my luck there.
Right. When do you head off there?
The end of next month.
Okay, and how long's the contract at this stage?
Well, I've signed up for the first season, which consists of 8 months, and I'll be endeavouring to venture on there for the following 2 years after that.
Well, you do have a little bit of a battle with the weight, a bit higher riding scale there, one of the influencing factors?
I'll appreciate that, yeah. They ride about 53, I think, is the limit, so a couple of more stubbies and a couple of more pies, I'll be laughing.
Well,
you have to look at me when you said that.
Australia's fastest growing sport, Pat. Well, we've got highlights of Neil's season included victories in the Castlemaine Stakes on 1 guinea and the Tourist Minister's Cup on Gold or Me, and we'll show you those now. The Castlemaine here, Neil, you're clear. At this stage you look to as though you're going to score easily. What were your feelings?
Well, I was reasonably confident, Bart. He travelled so well and they left me alone in front, and very game effort towards a finish. It was, very gutsy win.
Well, they were swamping you in the last 50 metres. Did you think you'd won?
Yeah, I'm sure I won. I just held off Mick, but I wouldn't have liked to have been too much further.
What about 1 guinea? Do you think he has a future?
I think he's got a very bright future, yes.
Do you think he'd be a Derby horse next year?
Yeah, I think so. It wouldn't be beyond him.
Right, then you won the Tourist Minister's Cup on Gold or Me. Now, this was a rattling finish. You came from well back. What were your thoughts here? You were still about, 8th or 9th at this stage, getting a run somewhere near the centre.
Well, I wasn't as confident on him as I was on 1 guinea. But by geez, he's got a heart as big as himself, Gold or Me, and he can rattle the line pretty quick.
Well, he's getting the better of Rass Flyer in the last few strides, and it was a good effort again yesterday, Gold or Me. What do you think of his future?
Well, he's just getting better and better all the time. Bill Willis does such a brilliant job with the horse. Yesterday was only the lack of not running last Saturday, I think, was the decider, but, he's got a very bright future, yeah.
Right, well, we'll turn now to the Eagle Farm meeting yesterday. Neil rode Mystical in the opening event, only third, but it was a tidy run. The victor here was Romantic Game, who's in front.
They're together with the favourite going to the lead now, and he's riding him very confidently. He snuck a look over the shoulder. Romantic Game about a length in front of Mary Warrior. Mystical into the clear, running on fairly well, and Unbreakable Heart down the outside, and then Brolga Boatman. Romantic Game is still the leader with 100 metres to go. He wants to duck about a little bit in the straight. He pulls the whip on him. He's going to be too good. Romantic Game goes to the post to win it by a length and a half. Photo finished second and third. Unbreakable Heart may have got second, just in front of Mystical.
The second event went to the very consistent James Tradition. He followed up his eyeliner success at Bundamba last week with another good performance despite a big weight rise. Too good for Neil Williams on Miss Etoile. Melinda Lady battled on for third.
Mr. Twyla neck in front of M. Boyner, who's kicking again. James Tradition into the clear, making ground, and then Mr. Glamour, who's under the whip. Melinda Lady next, and then Excitable Lady. 200 metres to go, and it's Mr. Twyla the centre, tackled quickly by James Tradition. M. Boyner's still there. He's kicking again. James Tradition going a bit better than them. He kicks away. He leads by a length close to home, and James Tradition goes on to score. James Tradition first. Mr. 12 probably got second. Melinda Lady's out wide on the track. She may have got third.
After the first two events, Neil was clinging to a half-win margin over arch-rival Ken Russell, but then he really wrapped it up in the third event with victory here on Follow My Style.
A touch in front of Roman Jack. Schwano on the rails behind them looking for the way clear. Bundy Flyer on the outside running on fairly well. And now Williams pulling the favourite Follow My Style to the extreme outside, and he's winding him up. 200 metres to go. Sweet Piper tackled by Follow My Style. Schwano trying to get through in the middle. Bundy Flyer still there. King of the North on the inside. He's flat to the boards. Follow My Style, but he's in front. He shoots away close to the line. He's too good. Follow My Style first. Follow My Style has won it by a length. Now, Piano Player may have got second. Flashed up the last little bit and is in a photo with Sweet Piper.
I noticed you give him a couple of pats there, Neil. Obviously, you were pretty pleased with him.
Extremely happy, Bart. The pressure was a little bit lighter.
Yeah, well, just out of the barrier, he didn't seem to begin too well. You must have had a few worries there.
Yeah, a couple of slight worries. He had a horse drawn next to him going off in the machines, and he made 2 lunges at the gates. And when the gates opened, he hesitated a little bit and was just a little bit slow away, but everything worked out all right.
We'll show you the good part of the race for Neil now, the slow-mo of the final stages. And you'll notice Follow My Style moving up strongly on the outside. Schwano has no room over on the inside. He probably would have been in the finish. Do you think he was going well enough to really go with Follow My Style, Schwano?
Yes, for sure, but it was very unlucky. I've ridden the horse before and know its ability. I thought it was the main danger.
He must have been pretty pleased he was cut out there, but following my style, he stretched out well and he'd probably go a bit further.
I think he'll go further, yeah. He settles in his race and gives himself every chance to run on.
Yeah, well, Barry Miller's looking at 1,400 metres. That obviously would be a distance he'd handle with ease.
Oh, it'll suit him for sure.
Yeah, I think he's got a bit of a future, follow my style. Perhaps next year, when he strengthens up a little bit, he's going to be a smart horse. Well, Neil Williams really put the icing on the cake in the 4th event. Successful again here on Mr. Tambourine Man, who was pretty impressive.
Further back, Surfer's Son and then Aussie Duke. Well in the straight, 350 metres to go. Mr. Tambourine Man way out west, Royal Ruler, they vie for the lead. Historic in 4th place, but he's under the whip. Captain Cashmere just behind them, and then Aussie Duke. But Mr. Tambourine Man shot away with 150 metres to go. He looks as though he's got it won, and that's going to really throw up the premiership for Williams. Mr. Tambourine Man is racing away in the run to the line. Captain Cashmere second. Way out west may have got third, just in front of Historic.
The rub sold into the wound. Ken Russell, the runner-up there on Captain Cashmere, who might be one to follow. They were the first 4 from Eagle Farm yesterday. We'll come back and have a look at the 4X Mile and Lord Waverley. Now at the main event from Eagle Farm yesterday, it was the 4X Mile and victory to Lord Waverley, and beautifully ridden by Shane Scriven. He was a little bit distressed leading into this race, but certainly showed no signs of it in the race. A very good ride. Lord Waverley in the 4X colours, the yellow with the well-known emblem on them.
Through in the middle, he's going to the lead on settling down. Fixed Flash a half length in front. Garter Star second. Federalism pulling very hard in the early part. He's moved up to be third. Mins is fourth, but out a little bit wide. Then Honda-Matic, Northern Beam and Dancing Man together. Sports Ruler, Lord Waverley getting back, and then Space Lab, Gold or Me and Gold Wires last. They leave the 1,200-metre point astern, and it's Fixed Flash. He's moving away, and he's going pretty easily out in front. Fixed Flash leading by almost 2 lengths. Federalism second on the outside, and then Mins and Garter Star fourth on the rails. A couple of lengths further back then to Northern Beam, followed by Dancing Man. A couple of lengths then to Sports Ruler on the outside of Lord Waverley, and then Gold Wire. Second last is Gold or Me, and Space Lab is last of all. 750 metres to go. The leader, Fixed Flash, a length in front. Federalism in second spot. Garter Star and Mins third and fourth, followed then by Dancing Man on the inside. Honda-Matic out pretty deep. He's up in midfield on the outside of Northern Beam, and then Sports Ruler, Gold Wire, Lord Waverley, and then Gold or Me and Space Lab at the rear. Setting sail for home now, 450 metres to go. Fixed Flash brings them around the corner, about a length and a half in front. Federalism in second place, but under the whip. Garter Star running third, and then Lord Waverley, Dancing Man, Sports Ruler on the outside, and then Gold or Me. Fixed Flash is still the leader, 200 metres to go. He's kicked. It's Fixed Flash about a length in front. Here's Lord Waverley with a great run right down the outside. He's coming after Fixed Flash. Fixed Flash just in front. Lord Waverley coming at him close to home. Fixed Flash and Lord Waverley, they hit it. Lord Waverley. Lord Waverley's got up to beat Fixed Flash by a head. Third, Gold or Me.
He's a much improved horse, Lord Waverley, and turned out in great order by Simon Kerrs, who's now produced him for a hat-trick of wins, and he's aiming for another victory at Doomben next Saturday. We'll show you now the slow-mo of the final stages, and Fixed Flash, he looks certain to score. He was the pacemaker. This is his final start before retirement to stud. Neil, you're on Gold or Me down the outside. I thought for a couple of strides he was going to pick them up.
Yes, Bart. From the home turn more or less to the furlong, I was reasonably confident of picking them up, but, you know, just lacking that run last Saturday's told the difference, and he just failed to sprint the last 100.
He's been a grand performer, Fixed Flush. You were successful on him on a couple of occasions around Christmas time. He's a very, very courageous horse.
Yeah, I think, well, he's been a good horse to me. He's been a good horse to a few of us, but, you know, it's a shame he's going to stud, but he's gone off on a gallant note for sure.
He's a pretty smart horse, Lord Waverley. They're talking about an Epsom handicap for him. I don't know whether he's quite up to that class, but he's certainly going to pay his way here in Brisbane. The sixth event was the Cinderella Maiden, and a big plunge landed on Go Thorpe, a first starter. She's cruising in third place at this stage, hooked around the heels of the leaders. She just goes straight past them in a stride.
350 metres to go. Parter Lady loomed up on the outside, went to the lead, but is tackled immediately by Go Thorpe, who shot to the front. 200 metres to go. Go Thorpe races away from Parter Lady, leads by a length. Into third place, Eyes Aglow, and then Marmalitra and Lady alone, but it's all Go Thorpe. Go Thorpe is racing away on the run to the post. The easers are up close to the line. She wins with her head on her chest, and Go Thorpe is won it by 3 lengths. Parter Lady second, Marmalitra got third.
Well, Neil Williams had the premiership wrapped up with only 2 races to go. He held a 2.5 win margin over Ken Russell, but then successful again on Be Precise. Neil, very, very impressive. He looks as though he's going to go right to the top.
Yes, Bart, for sure. Terrific run yesterday. When I seen the nominations, I was very worried about wide range, but fortunately he was out of the race. But still, if he'd have run, you know, this horse would have Trouble him a fair bit.
Well, time very good, 22.8. That's a great time for restricted class.
And done it easy too. He could have run a lot better time.
There's a tip for the future. You had a bit up your sleeve?
Had a lot up my sleeve, but I didn't even raise a sweat on him. I was laughing.
Oh, well, you won't need a sling. We'll show you now how Be Precise took out the graduation, or the transition rather, in very impressive style. In pink colours, moving up quickly.
Gallery Man further back, Herbaceous and Woodland Beau in the straight, 300 metres to go. And here comes the favourite. Be Precise loomed up on the outside, and he hasn't let him go as yet. It's Be Precise shooting to the front, a length and a half clear. Katmandu in second place, and then Gallery Man and Woodland Beau on the outside. But Williams is riding this favourite very confidently. The punters cheering for him, and home goes the good thing. Be Precise first, Gallery Man second, and third in was Woodland Beau.
Yes, Neil Williams, the punter's pin up there, successful on Be Precise. The final event, and finally it was the bookies' turn to cheer with the success of the outsider Jazz Talk, narrowly tipping out Yule Log.
Second place is Lamoso. On the outside, Yule Log starting a run. Jazz Talk into the clear. Our Bowl by you along the way, starting a long run right down the outside, and Royal Communique getting into the clear. Amanex is tackled quickly by Jazz Talk. Yule Log on the outside coming at them, and Yule Log's moved up to Jazz Talk. Royal Communique, Our Bowl by you coming through in the middle. Then along the way, it's Yule Log just in front. Jazz Talk's kicking again. Royal Communique the outside. Yule Log, Jazz Talk, Royal Communique. They hit it, and there's nothing in it. Very close between Yule Log and Jazz Talk. Royal Communique up there with them.
Jazz Talk getting the nod in a very controversial photo there in the final event. Now the TAB information for the Eagle Farm meeting, and the double numbers 6 and 3, $6.90. A very popular treble 3, 6 and 3, paid $10.20, and the extra double from Eagle Farm 2 and 8 paid $274.40. 6 pick 3, 11, 6, 7, 3 and 8. Division 1 jackpots, I think Jazz Talk knocked a lot out in the final event there. Division 2, $6,864. Division 3, $508.40. And Division 4, $108.95. That's our Brisbane racing segment this morning. Again, special thank you to Neil Williams for coming up. A little bit sluggish this morning, no doubt, but...
Not too bad.
Right, congratulations again for the premiership success, and we wish you all the best of luck in Hong Kong.
Thanks very much, Bart.
OK, we'll take a break now in sport in great form, but he was suspended until August 16 for what stewards termed an indiscretion in race 7. Unfortunately, we won't be able to show you that film because the stewards have withheld the video because Dittman has signalled his intention of appealing against the suspension. Opening event at Warwick Farm was a very impressive victory to Broad Reach, solidly back to start 11 to 4. He's in the, well, I suppose we'd call them purple colours, moving up one off.
Broadreach puts the head in front. Rullah trying to pick up Broadreach, but Broadreach is going well. Marshall now gives him rein, and Broadreach kicks away here, and he's home. Rullah second, Cavalry third, but Broadreach is clearing away in the dying stages, and Broadreach wins it.
Second event went to Break Dancer, came with a storming finish down the centre in the yellow cap. You can see him move 3 from the outside.
For the run, followed by White Wedding and then Imshar and Cheval Desir, and Break Dancer's running home fast. And then Cyandra, Break Dancer about 5 off the inside rail, swept to the lead. Cyandra on the extreme outside going after Break Dancer, but Break Dancer's too good. Cheval Desir moving into second place, clear as Cyandra, but Break Dancer.
An easy victory to Mick Dittman in the third on the well-tried Bold Sea, who finished up scoring by 3 lengths. He's in the greenish colours on the outside.
Really making him go Bold Sea, and he dashed clear as they straighten up. Second now Ancient Mariner, followed by British Steel, Atlantic Whisper, Triple Jump, Runner to CC, but inside the 200, and Bold Sea travelling nicely. Stablemate Triple Jump Ron goes to second, then Ancient Mariner and British Steel, but Bold Sea's going to blitz his rivals here, and Bold Sea eased down on the line.
Clever ride out in front by Ron Quinton, carried the day for My Day in the 4th, defeating Fix the Date.
Into the open now, followed then on the outside by Calaboose likewise. At a length to Fix the Date, 200 to go. He goes for the whip on My Day, a length and a half, Fix the Date. Calaboose won't run on, and then the roughy Alimony Peak from Sir Zephyr, but My Day, oh, this has been a clever ride by Quinton. He holds Alimony Peak and Fix the Date, and My Day all the way.
And it was all the way for the favourite Slave Trade in the 5th. He's well clear at this stage. Gets a bit tired in the straight, but has too much up his sleeve.
Touch Gold Osaka is next, and about 2 further away Stickler. Straightening up, they have 200 metres to go, and Slave Trade by 3. Osaka second, and third posse taken by Touch Gold. Slave Trade is getting pretty weary. He's still 2.5 lengths in front. He's going to hold Osaka and Stickler, then Grillet. But Slave Trade wins it nicely. Slave Trade from Osaka, third Stickler.
Then came Dittman at his vigorous best to take out the 6th narrowly on Chanticleer in 3rd place at this stage with the white cap. Dittman really gets to work with the whip.
200 and past it, the rider goes for the whip on Noble Roman. Pleasant flight on the outside with Chanticleer battling on, but Noble Roman still shows the way. Noble Roman from Chanticleer driving at him now. Noble Roman just in front. Chanticleer lunged at him. I think Chanticleer might have got him.
Well, Chanticleer did get there in the last couple of strides. We'll show you the slow-mo of the final 220 or 30 metres, and we'll watch Dittman going for the whip about this point. Now, I counted 29 times he managed to hit Chanticleer from the 200-metre mark to the finish, so I think anyone who backed this winner should send Mick something. He's really working overtime. Noble Roman, the former Queenslander, clear. John Marshall wielding the whip over on the inside. But watch Dittman from this point. He really lifts Chanticleer, and it was really his riding which made the difference, I feel. Chanticleer slowly but surely wearing down Noble Roman, who's getting a bit weary, and Dittman lifting. You can see him really getting his shoulders up and using the whip in vigorous style on Chanticleer. And I wouldn't be too sure about the 29. I ran out of fingers and toes, but it was somewhere around about that mark, and it was a really great display there from Dittman. Unfortunately, as we mentioned, we don't have the 7th event when Dittman was suspended, but I'm sure that he's going to fight that charge, because he's pretty confident that he wasn't guilty of the careless riding charge. The final event at Warwick Farm went to Dittman again on Really Pretty. Now again he gets going with the whip. He's in the lime green colours with the purple, goes for the whip here and really pounds Really Pretty to the line.
For a run, and then comes Cooch, Lovers Concerto, Devious Lady, Really Pretty, and Clavel's Girl. Really Pretty on the outside, hammered hard by Dittman. Really Pretty's taken the lead. She's ducking off the track, but she's going to be too good. Really Pretty beat Clavel's Girl.
Dittman in very aggressive riding style yesterday and wrapping up a winning treble there in the last on Really Pretty. Now the TAB information, 3 and 10 the double, $10.60, 8, 3 and 10 the treble, $196.50, and the extra double from Warwick Farm, 2 and 6 paid $12.60. Well, that came out of the Rothmans 100,000, but yesterday was right back to his best. I think there's more improvement, and he's set to clash with Mr. Shannon and Gold or Me in the Ascot Handicap at Eagle Farm next Saturday. That's going to be some race. First event at Doomben yesterday went to the solidly backed Way Out West, well ridden by David Chapman. He's second on the outside at this stage. He's too strong for Whitsunday Bell.
On the outside, 250 metres to go. Way Out West has taken the lead. He's about a neck in front of Whitsunday Bell. Cosmic Ruler making ground, then Shirella Wolverhampton at the crossroads. But Way Out West kicked away with 100 metres to go. He's got it won and pushed right out with the whip at the end. He's going to win it clearly. Way Out West first, with Sunday Bell second. Third, Cosmic Ruler.
Gary Willits, the top Melbourne jockey, has had plenty of success in Brisbane during the winter months, and he bowed out yesterday with a winner, Copenhagen, in the second event. Only narrowly defeated Romantic Game, who looked a shade unlucky. Romantic Game won from the outside.
Copenhagen loomed up on the outside, hit the lead. It's Copenhagen shooting away about a length in front. Into second place now is Wild in Rome. Romantic Game starting to warm up on the outside, but I think he's giving the leader too much start. Copenhagen's the leader. Romantic Game is rattling home at the end. Copenhagen's just in front of Romantic Game. They hit it. It's close. Close between Copenhagen and Romantic Game. Not much in it at all, and they're wide apart.
I'm sure Romantic Game won't be too long making amends for that narrow defeat. Then came Lord Penn, great performance under 58 kilos in the flying. He had Barrier 1 and Shane Scriffin hustled him out. He was comfortably the leader when they settled down. He's cruising here at the home turn. He goes on to score by 2.5 lengths from the consistent James Tradition.
I'm a Roman going for a run in the middle, and further back came Hoist Duran and Miss Etoile. She's second last. She's under the whip, and she can't win. Lord Penn is the leader. 150 metres to go. He's kicked away from them. Lord Penn 2 lengths in front of James Tradition and I'm a Roman. But this is the real Lord Penn today, and he's shooting to the line to win it easily. Lord Penn first, James Tradition second, third I'm a Roman, fourth.
Fourth event went to the heavily backed Capro Khan. He withstood a protest. Graham Watson, who rode the runner-up You Can, entered an objection, was quickly dismissed. Capro Khan at this stage moving about 3-4 wide into the baldy-faced horse.
Schweino's taken the lead, but is tackled immediately by You Can and Capro Khan. Goldcast is still there. Schweino the inside, Capro Khan the outside. You Can is going with Capro Khan. Capro Khan and You Can, they're going to fight it out. Russell now goes for the whip on Capro Khan, and Capro Khan's too good for You Can. Capro Khan wins at a half length.
Well, Graham Watson not only defeated into second place, he entered that protest and was fined $50 by stewards for what they deemed a frivolous protest. They were the first 4 from Doomben yesterday. We'll take a break in Sports Scene and come back and have a look at the TVO Cup.
And the 5th event, the TVO Cup, went to Cuba's Gold. He's been struggling to find form this winter, but he's right back to his best now. The unlucky jockey was Doug Messingham, who was booked to ride Cuba's Gold, but had to stand down after a fall on Friday. Carl Simons proved a very able substitute.
Straight to the lead, Noble Sun and String of Pearls going fast in the early part. Bucking Rip, Cuba's Gold, Lord Waverley running about 6th on the inside. Sports Ruler out a little bit deep, he's midfield. Then Space Lab, Hondomatic, Tristram's Edition, Latin Myth and T-Biscuit drops to the rear. Onto the first bend over the crossing, 1,600 metres to go. And it's Butterfly Prince pulling a little bit out in front, but he's rolling along. He's a length in front. Noble Sun second on the inside of String of Pearls. Bucking Rip is a length away 4th. Lord Waverley is nicely placed on the inside. He's racing inside of Cuba's Gold. 2 lengths then to Sports Ruler, who's on the inside of Latin Myth. 1 to Tristram's Edition, 1 to Space Lab, 2 to Hondomatic, and T-Biscuit is last. Into the back now, 1,200 metres left to go. And the leader, Butterfly Prince, he's pulling a little bit. 3/4 of a length on Bucking Rip, who's pushed along. He might be keen to lead that jockey. 3rd over on the inside is Noble Sun. String of Pearls is a neck away 4th. A length and a half to Cuba's Gold, and then Lord Waverley on the inside. 1 to Latin Myth, then Sports Ruler, Tristram's Edition, Space Lab. Well back in the field is T-Biscuit, Hondomatic last of all. On to the next bend, 850 metres to go. Bucking Rip loomed up on the outside of Butterfly Prince. He's got his nose in front. A length and a half away, 3rd is String of Pearls, and there's one taking off around the field. It's Cuba's Gold. He's making a quick dash. He's raced up past them. He's gone to the lead and heading down the side, 600 metres to go. Cuba's Gold dashes away, leads by 2 lengths. Butterfly Prince second. Bucking Rip's gone. String of Pearls in 4th place on the outside, then Noble Sun. Lord Waverley's held up for a run at the moment. He's got nowhere to go. He's in a pocket over on the inside. Latin Myth making a quick dash, and then Tristram's Edition. Cuba's Gold has got a long lead as they straighten up. He may have pinched it. Cuba's Gold, 5 lengths in front. Latin Myth on the outside. Lord Waverley into the clear. Then Tristram's Edition and Sports Ruler. He pulls the whip on Cuba's Gold. He's about 4 clear of Lord Waverley and then Sports Ruler, but he's pinched it all right. He made that quick dash at the 600, and that's going to win him the race. Cuba's Gold first. Great ride. Second, maybe Sports Ruler just in front of Lord Waverley.
Very clever ride there by Carl Simons to score on Cuba's Gold, but Doug Messingham should be right to regain the ride in the Coffs Harbour Cup on Thursday. 6th event, and Ken Russell wrapped up a winning double, and he's successful here on Gypsy Joe. He's the horse midfield with the green colours. He just defeats Light Hail.
Grand Ray going for a run on the inside and getting it. Right down the outside, here comes Gypsy Joe. He's coming with a great run. Light Hail going with him. Gypsy Joe coming after these leaders. Pinehurst just in front. Light Hail and Gypsy Joe on the outside. Grand Ray the rails. It's going to be a tight finish. Gypsy Joe and Light Hail, they hit it. Gypsy Joe, I think, has just got up to win it. It's a photo finish.
Well, Philip Smith was runner-up there on Light Hail, but he quickly atoned. He came out and scored on the outside of Rain Alone in the 7th event. This is a pretty impressive victory. Rain Alone working to the line very quickly. Flash Emperor, a good effort to get second.
Outside a touch in front of Best Foot Forward. Up dancing into 3rd place. Star of Armians running on gamely. Aussie Boy in the middle. Forte giving them a long start. He's still back about 3rd last. Flash Emperor's just the leader. Flash Emperor just in front of Best Foot Forward. Aussie Boy, Star of Armian and Rain Alone on the outside, swamping this leader now. It's Flash Emperor just in front. Rain Alone's flying on the outside. They hit it, and they're on opposite sides of the track.
Well, good result there for the bookies. And the last, the favourite Creolina, heavily back to start odds on, was nailed in the last few strides by Lavaline, who was also well tried to firm from 10s to 7s.
She's about a length in front. Dancing Days and Lavaline coming out after her now. 200 metres to go. She's still the leader. She's still a length in front. Lavaline in 2nd place, and then Dancing Days. She's kicked away from them. Creolina, she's a length in front. She's holding them at the moment. Lavaline's flying now. She's coming right over the top of her. Lavaline loomed up to Creolina, grabbed the lead and beat her a long neck.
Race fitness just proving the edge there for Lavaline over a very gallant Creolina. Now the double and treble information for the Doomben meeting yesterday. 4 and 9 the double paid $400.10. 1, 4 and 9 the treble, $4,473.40. And 6 pick from Doomben Division 1 jackpotting. No one picking up 3. In fact, that's last week's numbers, no horses there, but no one did get Division 1 yesterday in the 6 pick. And Division 2 paying $9,411. We're a bit late with those results there. We'll take a break now in Sport. Lass, a very impressive first-up performance in the Missile Stakes. It looks like she's going to be spot on for the Epsom Handicap to be run in late September. First event, I thought a very impressive victory here to Glory Days, a beautifully bred filly. She ran on powerfully. Didn't look to be in the race at this stage, but finished up scoring most impressively from Appreciation.
At a gap then to Blazing Lark as they race to the 200. Appreciation wide out has taken the lead now. Rain Melody's hitting the bit and is going with Appreciation. Rain Melody doing a shade better than Appreciation at the moment, and Glory Days running home well. Glory Days finishing right over the top of them. Will she make it? She did. Further back is Madam.
Event went to Shinnakima in second place on the outside in the yellow colours.
And Cryptic Verse tackled by Shinnakima. Primrose Lane next from El Rello. And behind those horses, Miss Paru at the 200 metres, and Shinnakima racing alongside Cryptic Verse. Primrose Lane third, and then El Rello followed by Miss Paru, not getting a lot of room from Tristram's Girl. Cryptic Verse fighting back from Shinnakima. A race in two. Cryptic Verse tending to hang out on Shinnakima. Shinnakima's lunge. She's got there on the line. In third position.
Third event went to Groucho, who was in control from about the 200 metres. Groucho in the blinkers.
Making Merry Ruler race. How much has Merry Ruler got left? I don't think much. And as they come past the 200, Groucho's kicked away from the hot pot Merry Ruler. Billy Asset on the outside is starting to run home pretty well. The leader is Groucho. On the outside, Billy Asset. Then Merry Ruler, but Groucho, ridden for dear life by Johnston, is holding Billy Asset as they reach the line. Still about 8.
Great ride by Jim Cassidy to score on Inconceivable in the fourth. This stage, Inconceivable well back, weaves a run along the inside and scores well from Reuters News.
On the inside, plain cover getting weary. Vain Princess next. Inconceivable getting up on the inside from Reuters News. Jack's the leader. Here's Inconceivable. He's diving up on the inside. Oh, boy, he's coming fast. Oh, what a run. Inconceivable's racing away from Jackson, Reuters News, and Inconceivable on the lines won it easily. Homeward bound.
Bruce Compton took notice of Cassidy's rider near the fence. He did the same on Sound of Bells to take out the fifth from Chulada.
Weaving clear. Chulada down the outside, and Sound of Bells running into backside after backside. Many hopes at the 200. Badger Lisa's drawn to the lead here. Sound of Bells bullocking clear. Chulada the outside with a roughy golden comment. Sound of Bells dashes up on the inside, takes the lead, and that's a good performance again. On the bend.
Then the Missile Stakes, Shankill Lass, the widest runner, under Hands and Heels riding. She outclasses her rivals.
Followed on the outside by Shankill Lass and High Signal, both having a little bit of a bumping duel as they come to the 200. Balu goes to the lead. Here's Shankill Lass on the outside from Noble Roman and Manuan. Shankill Lass pegging back Balu, and then Noble Roman forget High Signal, but Shankill Lass, she's all class. Class with a capital C. She wins it. They straighten up now.
The veteran Hussar's Command, too good for the opposition in the welter handicap. He's the horse coming down the outside in the blue and yellow colours.
So different. And old Hussar's Command coming into the picture from leg warmer. Regal Diplomat making heavy weather of it. But Hussar's Command, he dashed clear at the 200. Hussar's Command shot away from Bail Up. Kutzbar getting out, and then Folsom. But it's all Hussar's Command. It's going to bolt in. Another win for little J Marshall. Bail Up, Kutzbar battle out Miners. They hit it for second.
Another win to little J Cassidy in the last. Have a look at this for a weaving ride. He's in the about fifth place, red and green colours. Nowhere to go at the moment.
As they come down to the 250 metres, Springer Wing in front, rolling away from the rails. Room for Old Butch to come through, followed by Grillette, and then comes Madalena finishing well. And the outside Fleet Invader from King Rum. Here's a race. Madalena has now taken the lead, and Madalena's going to forge away from Springer Wing, and Madalena beats Springer Wing on the inside. Right up.
Cassidy, the premiership jockey last season, quickly back into great form. A double yesterday, but Mick Dittman, to serve another week or two of his suspension, is sure to give him a strong challenge this season. Now the double and treble information. 4 and 1 the double from Rose Hill, $32.80. 4 and 1 the treble, $125.10. And the extra double from Rose Hill, the extra double from Rose Hill we'll have a look at. 2 and 2, paid $27.40 or 10. 40. I'll back 40. We'll take a break now in racing and have a look at Sandown when we come back. Track was still a little bit wet. In fact, I think the official rating was heavy. The form a bit hard to follow. The opening event went to Kanahai at 10-1. He defeated his stablemate, Mr. Spence. Gambler's Mate cashes in here at the second last hurdle.
Gambler's Mate went down, Roger and out went through it. And at the last fence now, Mr. Spence comes to it, jumps it well about a length in front. Kanahai, the stablemate's gone up to him on the outside. They fight it out clear of Red Roddy. Coming through the gap now, the jumping's all over. Kanahai on the outside, the stablemate of Mr. Spence has taken the lead. And it's Kanahai a neck in front of Mr. Spence. He's drawing clear, and Kanahai is starting to come away. He'll outstay the stablemate Mr. Spence. Kanahai by a length and a quarter, Mr. Spence. 15 lengths third, Red Roddy. Gold Midget goes
Smart
for the
filly
run
Love
back in the
Astray
fence,
was
and they
always
got 3
prominent in the
lengths.
second event. She's moving up on the outside in the green colours and goes on to score well.
On the outside, put her head in front of Gold Midget. They're clear of City Squaw, and then further back, Magnesium S. Love Astray's taken the lead with 150 metres to go, though. She's drawing away, and it's 3 in a row for the filly Love Astray. She's coming away from Gold Midget. Danita Gold coming home late, but Love Astray wins well. A length and a half Gold Midget. By all reports,
Third event, and Productivity took over just below the 200 metres and found plenty under hard riding to defeat Bronze Knight.
And Blessed Way got to the front, and here's Bronze Knight out after Productivity at the 200. It's Productivity getting to the lead now on the outside. Bronze Knight starting to pick it back quickly. Productivity in front with 100 to go. Bronze Knight on the outside from Dardanelles and Blessed Way. Productivity hanging on though near the line, and Productivity will get the money by a length on the post to Bronze Knight at the 350.
Wings of Ace is about fourth here at the 200 metres, but really rattles home his horse in the blue cap to score pretty impressively.
Wings of an Ace. It's Cruel and Avant being tackled by Chisango. Fighting back Golden Lantern. Chisango's taken the lead from Golden Lantern. Wings of an Ace is the danger. Wings of an Ace moved up on the outside and grabbed the lead, although it wants to duck in. And Wings of an Ace is going to come on and get the money. A length and a half on the line to Golden Lantern.
Impressive performance there, and another very impressive performance here from Mr. Swanky, who cleared out after they straightened and went on with the job in the Scobie-Breesley handicap.
And then further back, Aberidi and Red Centurion. But Mr. Swanky's on his own at the 200-metre mark. Mr. Swanky's 6 in front at the moment. From our tradition, Flustered, and on the outside is Aberidi. But Mr. Swanky is going to trot in. Mr. Swanky to the line to win at about 6 lengths. Aberidi gets up to run second. Third, hanging on, is Flustered.
One horse affair in the 6th with Straight Grey in command at this stage halfway down the straight. Black Charleston battles on for second.
Now to Black Charleston, followed by Red Copper, Mysterious Man. Luthers can't get there today. Straight Grey has bowled it away. It's 5 in front now. Black Charleston to second from Mysterious Man down the outside. But Straight Grey is going to walk in. It'll win by 4 lengths in the run home to Black Charleston. A length away, third, the outside Mysterious Man. Straightened up.
7th went to the favourite, Nazinski, who's second at the home turn. Sweeps past the leader at the 250 metres and scores well.
Nazinski on the outside, raced up and grabbed him, and running past the 200-metre mark. Nazinski's raced away. He's got away 2 lengths in front of Trick Them now. 5 lengths further back, Dynasty Prince, and then further back in the field. On the outside, Gay Tulip with the favourite. Too good here. Nazinski holding Trick Them at bay. And in the run to the line, Nazinski wins by 2.5 lengths. Trick Them got second. Third is pretty tight.
Another healthy winning margin in the 8th with Mayflower getting through on the inside of the turn and going right on with the job to score by a street.
Mayflower's burst through and race clear. Mayflower went for home, 3 in front of Shuri Jamaica in the Glen and Bell Bay with that glorious run on the rails though. Mayflower sprinted away 4 lengths in front of Bell Bay in the Glen and Jamaica but Mayflower wins easily. Mayflower on the run to the line is going to win at about 3 lengths. Bell Bay, I reckon, second. Pick it back from
Emelinsky jumped out of the ground in the last 50 metres to take out the 9th. Malandi looks certain to score here.
From Namialas, it's race clear. Namialas nearly came down. It was severely hampered, but Malandi's kicked away. Flying down the outside, Emelinsky very late. It's Malandi in front. Emelinsky picking it back with every stride. Malandi just in front. Emelinsky's got it. Emelinsky's got it on the post to win.
Great finish there to the final event at Sandown. Now, look now at the TAB information. 11 and 9, the double $310.10. 9, 11 and 9. $4,555.40, and there was an extra double on Sandown, which went to 3 and 9, $75.10, the dividend there.
Side in the white cap on Play It Hot.
His Ballet Master with a big run on the outside. Pandor Khan under the whip and struggling a little bit in 3rd place. Play It Hot starting to make up ground, and further back Splendid Explorer. Calm Child just the leader. The boy content to ride hands and heels. Play It Hot and Ballet Master coming at Calm Child. Play It Hot's going to be the one. They hit the line. Play It Hot. Play It Hot's just got up to win this. Play It Hot first, Ballet Master second, Calm Child third.
Mixed fortunes for Les Harris, successful there on Play It Hot, but beaten out of a place on the short price favourites Prince Dijon in the 2nd. This is Mel Shoemaker, the first win on Planet Earth. He just absolutely rockets the last 40 or 50 metres to grab Christmas Dancer.
Christmas Dancer's kicked away at the 250. It's Christmas Dancer 2 in front of Voyager, then Granite Prince Dijon and Slim Dusty on the outside. Christmas Dancer's the leader. He's content to ride hands and heels. Now he gives Christmas Dancer a couple of smacks with the whip. It's Christmas Dancer in front of his Planet Earth, flashing home at the end. Christmas Dancer just in front. Planet Earth flashed at Christmas Dancer and may have got there. Little in it between...
Well, Wayne Wilson spot on there. Planet Earth did get there. I must admit I didn't think he did, but very cold ride there from Shoemaker. The third event, and Shane Scriven successful on Royal Wagon and giving trainer Jim Savage his first Metropolitan success. Royal Wagon angling to the outside in the yellow sleeves.
To the outside now, then Mr. Pepper coming right down the outside with a pretty good run as King Show, and Royal Wagon is winding up on the extreme outside. Amanex is the leader, 200 metres to go. Amanex just in front of Royal Wagon, who's storming home. Royal Wagon coming out after Amanex. She's just about in front, Royal Wagon. She's way out in the middle of the track. She's reached the lead. She's just in front of Amanex as they hit the line. Royal Wagon first. Royal Wagon, I'd say, has beaten Amanex with Mr. Pepper, King Show.
Country sprinter Sleepwalk chalked up his 20th success out of 25 starts when he led most of the way in the George Ben graduation. Sleepwalk just a little slowly away, but here he is clear at this stage. Flash Emperor game second.
But Sleepwalk is still nicely clear as they set sail for home. It's Sleepwalk about 2 lengths in front of Flash Emperor, then Shadow Bronze, Galaxy Gal, Melinda Lady and Prince Strome coming down past the 200-metre mark. Now he's starting to wind him up, Sleepwalk. He's 2 lengths in front of Flash Emperor, who's not going to give in without a fight. He's chasing Sleepwalk, but Sleepwalk's going to be too good for him. Sleepwalk about 1.5 lengths in front of Flash Emperor, then Shadow Bronze, and he eases him down right on the line to win it by 1.5 lengths. Sleepwalk first, Flash Emperor second, Shadow Bronze third.
Pretty impressive victory to Sleepwalk there, and I'm sure he's got many more wins in store. They were the first 4 from Eagle Farm yesterday. We'll take a break and come back and have a look at the Glamour mare just now.
Now, she stood them up about 15 lengths from the 800 metres, but the old dash is still there. She's starting to close in on them now. She's the grey mare in the red cap, and Mel Shoemaker thought he had the race in his keeping at this stage. Follow the Light didn't have much luck. He's third on the inside.
Gold Orb Mead just now and Timer Moss. 300 metres to go. Lord Penn loomed up on the outside, poked his nose in front, but Palace Intrigue is coming at him. James Tradition weakening out of it now. Followed the Light just behind them. Just Now's making ground on the outside. He's gone for the whip on the favourite. Palace Intrigue's just about got him, and here comes Just Now. Here she comes, the champion filly. She moved up to them. She's got up to win it. Just Now first. Just Now's beaten them. Photo finish second.
The honours of the race certainly with Just Now, but I felt Follow the Light should have been right in the finish, and Ken Russell thought he was a good thing beaten. He's probably one to follow while he stays here in Queensland. 6th event was the exhibition handicap, and here's Ken Russell making amends for Follow the Light on Supermine, who's last at this stage, but coming with a nice burst.
But is tackled immediately by Sports Ruler, and Sports Ruler's now gone to the front. On the outside, Lord Woden trying to go with Sports Ruler, and here comes Supermine with a pretty good run. Sports Ruler the leader. Palmer's gone for the whip. Supermine coming at him. It's Sports Ruler and Supermine. Sports Ruler just in front of Supermine. Supermine and Sports Ruler, they hit the line. Supermine may have got up to win it by a nose over Sports Ruler, but it's a photo. A photo finish. Supermine and Sports Ruler. Lord Woden third.
The widely travelled Meg's son continued his winning run when he took out the 7th event. A very good ride by Tony Earhart, coming off an awkward barrier and was able to get over close to the fence. Now he's moving out in the cerise colours, about 5 or 6 wide. Meg's son goes to the line strongly.
Starting a run, Mina Creek just behind them, followed by Farewell Friend, and then Triple Niarco, Main Fusilier, Latin Flare down the outside. 250 metres to go. Meg's son loomed up on the outside of Pinehurst. They're locked together. Meg's son just in front of Pinehurst. They're clear. Take a Mark making ground, and then Latin Flare. Meg's son is the leader, got away from Pinehurst, leads by a length. Take a Mark making ground at the end, but it's Meg's son in front, close to the line, and Meg's son has been able to win it. Meg's son first, Take a Mark second, tight for third, a photo finish between Pinehurst.
Ken Russell's been in sparkling form in recent months, and he wrapped up a winning double yesterday and took the early favouritism for the Jockeys Premiership, even just starting the season. With his double yesterday, he's shot away with a big lead in the Premiership already. And in the final event, he was successful on Dame du Siècle, who put up a good performance to win. She's won from the outside and had covered a fair bit of ground in the run.
Just behind them with Natural Morn and Fiery Crescent, Dame du Siècle down the outside, plenty of chances. Piano Player loomed up, hit the lead. Astral Way's getting a split right down the outside. Astral Way coming with a great run. Fiery Crescent, Dame du Siècle, and Prize Ruby from a mile back. Dame du Siècle grabbed the lead. She's got it. Dame du Siècle first. Dame du Siècle has just beaten Prize Ruby by, gee, that was a great finish.
Well, it was a great finish. Dame du Siècle and Ken Russell near the outside, just getting home from Prize Ruby. Now the TAB information for the Eagle Farm meeting, and the double numbers were, tricky, double numbers were, got to read them, all right, 2 and 2, the double numbers, $38.90, and the treble for 6, 2 and 2 paid $1,018.70. I don't think I'll make a newsreader, I can't remember. The 6 pick, Division 1, paid $8,423, only 34 points. So the full Division 1 not going off, and some of the pool there will jackpot to next week. In fact, just over 29,000 will be added to next week's Division 1 pool. Well, that was the Gold Coast trained 3-year-old Superior Vintage, giving Graham Loader an early win in the Spring Carnival. And a good performance too, but a pretty good effort by Drought, the runner-up. He didn't seem at all comfortable in the heavy conditions. The last 50 metres or so, he was really starting to stretch out. I think he's going to be a threat in all the big 3-year-old races coming up. But Superior Vintage, solidly back to start 5-1, and he was always looked in command in the straight. He was a close second just as they turned for home. And Steve Schofield got the whip out soon after, and Superior Vintage responded well.
Casino Club at the 300, and here on the outside going to the lead is Superior Vintage. So will I second, followed by Drought, battling on gamely clear of Casino Club and Gretzky, but Superior Vintage comes down past the 150 metres, a length and a half Drought, and then Casino Club, but Superior Vintage ridden for dear life, the leader. Drought coming at him on the outside, it'll be too late, and Beaver Schofield gets Superior Vintage home. They're on the home.
Second event went to Blazing Miss, who gets a run through inside this bloke's head and takes over, and Cryptic Verse actually got to the lead at one stage in the straight, but Blazing Miss forked back very strongly on the inside. Here's his head again.
Stormy Gypsy dropping right out, but here Cryptic Verse at the 200 goes to the lead. In second, Posse Lady Canaveral, followed by Blazing Miss, then Macro Girl and Breakdancer. Cryptic Verse in front, Blazing Miss is kicking back on the inside. Cryptic Verse still the leader. Blazing Miss coming at Cryptic Verse. Oh, boy, they're wide apart. They turn at the
third event, and Prince Ashlar's the leader at this stage. He's doing it pretty comfortably, and soon after he kicks right away, scores easily from Sparkling Time.
Samurai Super Acid and Determined. At the 200 metres, Carmody goes for Prince Ashlar. Amarul and Sparkling Time trying hard to get on terms with him, but Prince Ashlar's kicked away, and Prince Ashlar in no danger. Has cleared out 2 lengths on second Sparkling Time, and then Amarul, and on the outside Royal Samurai.
Gallery Level showed surprising pace in the San Domenico Stakes. He's taken over at this stage and scoots away from the favourite Pre-Catalan.
By Compton to try and stay in touch. A length and a half Rendu, Western Ace Saventa, and then Tumble Test, but Gallery Level going well. Past the 200, Gallery Level kicks away 2 lengths on Pre-Catalan, and he's in no danger, Gallery Level. Pre-Catalan second, Western Ace third, but Gallery Level, a triumphant win in the San Domenico.
Fifth event, and an upset here with the success of the 33-1 chance Tuggerman in the red cap and taking over now.
Tuggerman leading Slave Trade a half length. 2 away third, Castle's Best, then Steeler Tequila. Balu on the rail from Max Treasure. Slave Trade won't go on, and Tuggerman's race well clear. Tuggerman 2 in front of Castle's Best, Max Treasure on the outside, and Balu, and then Slave Trade. But Tuggerman's in no danger. Max Treasure flies home, the post too close.
Sixth event, and on stage, and Jim Cassidy looked beaten halfway down the straight. For Papa the favourite moving up 3 out, but Cassidy gets to work on stage and he kicks back.
For Papa joins Jax on stage between them, and then Blazing Cotton, but Quinton had driven the favourite clear for Papa. Jax is sticking on well, and so too is on stage. He's had to go for Papa on stage, is kicking back, and on stage is going to beat him.
This is the 7th event, and Port Fair the Grey zooming up about 3 wide and goes on to score well from Lance Lotto.
And Port Fair races to the lead now. Port Fair out in the centre of the track, nearly a length in fact on Lance Lotto. Then Stack the Deck, Wineglass and Lingalonga, but Port Fair returning to his top form today, entirely riding hands and heels. It's well in front of Lance Lotto and Stack the Deck, and Port Fair goes on to win.
It's the final event, and it goes to On the Bay. Unfortunately, we have no sound on this tape. On the Bay at this stage in the red cap and the purple colours, running about 6th or 7th, angling towards the outside. Springer Wing in the green colours looks certain to score inside the 200 metres, moving up quickly. But here comes On the Bay and Neil Campton, a winning double to Campton and trainer Mark Daniels. On the Bay at 16-1. Defeating Springer Wing. King Rum runs on pretty solidly to get third. That wasn't a bad effort by King Rum. They were the 8 events from Randwick yesterday. Now we'll have a look at the TAB information. 9 and 5, the double, paid $218 even. 3, 9 and 5, the treble, $1,978.30. And the extra double from Randwick, 3 and 10, paid $189.90. That was the Randwick meeting yesterday. We'll take a break now and flying start with the success of the favourite Sir Mame in the opening event, which was the hurdle, and some well-backed runners. The punters were sorting out the wet track runners in Melbourne, as well they might. They've had a feast of heavy tracks this winter. Now, Sir Mame clear as they get over that hurdle, and he's always in command.
Then on the outside, Teakwood from Value, but Sir Mame still in front with 100 to go. And the first favourite is starting to hold them at bay. And Sir Mame will win the first, about 3 lengths on the run home. Value second, 2 lengths to Peck's Choice third, then Base Fiddle Teakwood.
Second event went to top rider Darren Gouchy on Kilmari. Now he's in great form, Gouchy, going for the whip on the outside. Kilmari goes on to defeat Pelor Star.
Kilmari, Pelor Star from Drillburn Miss with 100 to go. Kilmari's got its head in front of Pelor Star and Drillburn Miss. Kilmari in front for Gouchy near the line, and Kilmari will get the money. Scored on the post by a length of Pelor Star.
A Never Say Die ride by Gouchy on Real Purpose. Now he's second at this stage and looked to be struggling, but Real Purpose sustains his long run to defeat Productivity.
Break over them, Real Purpose and Productivity. Now he's getting tired. Real Purpose comes at him, Blessed Way. Real Purpose takes the lead, and Real Purpose has got up to win 3/4. Productivity second.
Jamaica in successful in the fourth, the Marlborough handicap. He's clear at this stage and untroubled to defeat Pawnee Brave.
It's Jamaica in front with about 150 metres to go. In the Glen fighting on there, clear of Pawnee Brave. Jamaica in's a half length in front. In the Glen trying to come back, but it's Jamaica in too good. And Jamaica in gets the money on the post by 2 lengths. Photo second. Pawnee Brave might have got it a nose on the line to win the Glen.
Sizzling finish by Dark Intruder to take over about 50 metres out in the fifth.
By Mum's Pride, Brickwillow comes at them in the centre from Longwood Lad. Mum's Pride and Brickwillow fighting it out, and down the outside here's Dark Intruder from nowhere. Brickwillow's got its head in front. Dark Intruder flashing down the outside. Brickwillow in front with a stayer. Dark Intruder. Dark Intruder's got up to win by 3/4 to Brickwillow. Third home is Longwood Lad.
Short row from the Noel Kelly stable, successful in the sixth, defeating Cage Flash and Dynamic Dancer.
Many chances, 200 out now. Cage Flash got to the front. Paris Pike and Raw Bistro on the outside, finishing quickly with Short Row. Cage Flash in front, Short Row, and on the outside there, Raw Bistro. Short Row getting to Cage Flash. Dynamic Dancer late. Short Row's put its head in front near the line, and Short Row's got up to win. A neck on the post to Cage Flash, a half away third, Dynamic Dancer.
The grey Bell Spirit, just a shade too good for Dadaism, who battled on courageously over on the inside.
Bell Spirit's put its head in front of Dadaism, then Buckingham Lass, Seeker Fortune and Sheer Wonder. Bell Spirit's taken the lead from Dadaism with 100 metres to go. Buckingham Lass, Nancrest all battling on, but Bell Spirit's going to win easily. Bell Spirit to the line has won at 3 lengths. Dadaism just got second, and O's in front of Sheer Wonder third.
The leader, Avanotto, gave the Kelly stable a winning double, and his second win in 4 days for Avanotto, taking out the final event.
Admiral Boy storming down the outside from further back, Trick Them, and Dynasty Prince, but Avanotto's in front. Admiral Boy is pecking it back with every bound, but Avanotto's too good, and Avanotto is going to win the last, scored on the post by a length. Admiral Boy's second, third's tight, grounded from last, has got up there with Dynasty Prince to be in a photo for third.
Avanotto going great guns since returning from Brisbane. As I mentioned, 2 wins in 4 days. He was successful at Flemington on Wednesday. Now the TAB information for Caulfield, 6 and 2, the double $804.50, 2, 6 and 2, the even numbers, $4,527.90 for the treble there, and the extra double for Caulfield, 5 and 3, the stable double, Short Row and Avanotto, $16.60. It's our racing segment this morning. We've got our usual award, of course, compliments of Greater Queensland Racing and Marshall Dobson. This week, our meeting is at
also, and starting to come into it deeper out on the track is Tarpoldy. He was the favourite for the race, and going through too was Bold Profile. Bold Profile reached the lead, Tarpoldy coming home well, and Monrovia Lad is also running on very quickly over the final part, but Tarpoldy got there in a close finish to beat Bold Profile. Monrovia Lad flew for the third money. This is the second leg, and on the turn, Tiny's Glow led. Aussie Boy moved up quickly on the outside. Woodland Beau was starting to weaken out. Then came Up Dancing, which is moving now into third place, and Coalface is starting to come home very quickly. Then came Silver Relic and Up Dancing from a fair way back, but Up Dancing had got to the lead at this point. Getting through was Coalface on the inside, and flashing home was Silver Relic, but in the run of the line, Coalface just won from Silver Relic. Up Dancing held on for third. A third leg and around the turn, that's Wide Range in the lead. He was going very boldly. He led by about a length and a half. Lantana Lad was running second. Further back is Katmandu. He's starting to hook to the outside. He's running on fairly. And then Follow My Style over one out from the rail with a blue cap running about fourth. But Wide Range in no danger. He just strode away over the final part. Katmandu made up good ground and ran on well for the second money. And Follow My Style likewise ran on well for the third. But a very easy win to Wide Range. The treble in Brisbane Edition was 1, 1 and 4. They were all well fancied. Tarpoli, coal-faced wide range, it paid $29 even, and the double here of 1 and 4 paid $14.
And Bullarat 2.
Bullarat 2 to the outside, and then Mr. Abundance, 350 metres to go. Coolin Gatter the leader, Fight Buster coming at him. Mr. Addition's got a split in the centre. Part the Fortune on the outside, making ground with Royal Displays. Bullarat 2 and our local lad, and then Gaelic lad. Mr. Addition loomed up, took the lead. Part the Fortune coming out after Mr. Addition, and Bullarat 2 on the extreme outside. Mr. Addition just in front. Part the Fortune grabbing him. They hit it. Part the Fortune's got it. Part the Fortune will be first. Mr. Addition second. Tight for third at the crossroads.
As we mentioned last week, Mel Shoemaker in great form in his comeback, and he continued the winning run yesterday, taking out the second event on Shorella, who was interfered with just after the start and did a pretty good job to score. Shorella in whitish colours, running about 6th or 7th, moving towards the outside and goes to the post strongly.
Dashed up on the outside, she ran to the lead. It's Parta Lady a length in front of Rich Mitch, followed by Shorella, who's coming home hard on the outside. The favourite, I don't think, can win. Zephyr Edition is making ground as well. 150 metres to go. Parta Lady the leader. Here's Shorella on the outside, coming with a great run. And shortly after, Shorella loomed up to Parta Lady. And Shorella's too good at the end. And Shorella wins it by almost a length. Parta Lady second, and third was Zephyr Edition.
Third event was the Mayfair Crest graduation, and a stout staying performance by Algonquin Club to come from last. As you can see, Main Fusilier in the yellow sleeves ran wide at the home turn, taking Light the Sky out deep. His effort to get third was good, Light the Sky. Algonquin Club coming through in the centre.
Right down the outside, and Light the Sky is winding up out in the middle of the track. 200 metres to go. Algonquin Club loomed up on the outside, ran to the lead. Light the Sky trying hard. Winning Design is still there, and Light Hail on the inside. It's Algonquin Club just in front, close to home, moving away from them. He's going to win it. Algonquin Club is the winner. Tight second and third. A photo finish. Winning Design, Light the Sky, and
Fourth event was the Australian Apprentices Cup, and not much doubt the ride of the day went to Gus Philpott in this event. A great performance on Forte. There he is moving up, one out from the fence to take over. The main danger, Be Precise, had to do it tough out wide, and these two had a great battle down the straight.
And then Moreland made Belmont Air, and well back in the field is Trafalgar Star. They've got 250 metres to go. Forte in front under the whip. Be Precise is having a crack at him on the outside now. It's Forte and Be Precise. Forte's not going to give in. He's just in front, Forte. He kicked away from Be Precise again. He's about a neck in front. They hit it, and Forte has beaten Be Precise. Forte first, Be Precise second. 4 or 5 lengths away. Third was Belmont Air.
Two very smart restricted performers there, Forte and Be Precise. I think both should be followed. Now the first 4 from Eagle Farm yesterday. We'll take a break and come back and have a look at the Metropolitan Handicap and spot on. But Supermine just worried him out of it in the last 100 metres or so to score by a long head. Lord Woden a good third. Now Supermine's the horse 3 out in the blue colours. Another very clever ride by Ken Russell. But Shane Scriven gave the favourite every chance.
As well, Space Lab up into third place on the outside of Supermine. And Tristram's Edition is nice and handy. 5th over on the inside, 1 to Sabre Taib. Getting back is T-Biscuit, Lord Woden, and Latin Myth immediately drops to the rear. On the turn out of the straight, going up towards the 1800, Noble Sun bolting along, leading by a length and a half. Second on the outside, Space Lab, and Senegal is a neck away. Third on the rails, 1.5 to Supermine. A length out to Tristram's Edition on the inside of Sabre Taib, and then T-Biscuit, Lord Woden, and Latin Myth at the rear. Leaving the 1,600-metre point behind them as they head into the back. And it's Noble Sun, the leader. The pace looks as though it's fair at the moment. It's Noble Sun about 2 lengths in front. Space Lab running second. 2 away third is Senegal, who just copped a little bit of a check there. Dropped back a shade, threw his head high in the air. Supermine is a length and a half away fourth. And then Sabre Taib on the outside of Tristram's Edition. Lord Woden, T-Biscuit, Latin Myth. No change in the order. 1,100 metres to go. Noble Sun, 2 in front. Space Lab pulling a little bit in second place now. They've moved clear of the rest of the field. It's about 4 lengths to Senegal, 2 to Supermine, and 1 to Sabre Taib, 2 then to Tristram's Edition, and then Lord Woden, T-Biscuit, Latin Myth, last of all, 15 lengths off the speed. Space Lab making a quick dash, moved up at the outside, 800 metres to go, and Space Lab races to the lead now, 2 lengths in front. Noble Sun in second place, 8 lengths away. Third is Senegal, then Supermine, followed by Sabre Taib, and then Tristram's Edition. Lord Woden back third, last on the outside of T-Biscuit, and Latin Myth last of all. Space Lab given a little bit of a breather, coming around the home turn, 450 metres to go. It's Space Lab a length in front of Noble Sun, 4 lengths to Supermine. Over on the inside, Cynical, then Sabre Taib. Tristram's Edition to the outside, starting to wind up now, and then Lord Woden. They come down past the 300-metre point, and Tristram's Edition is going so fast he's reached the lead on the outside. It's Tristram's Edition moving up, goes to the front. Supermine going with him, and now Lord Woden has popped the big question on the outside. Space Lab has dropped out of it quickly. Supermine's fighting back near the inside. Supermine and Tristram's Edition, they're locked together. Supermine's doing just a little bit the better. They hit it. Supermine first. Supermine has beaten Tristram's Tradition by a head. Third, Lord Woden, and...
Well, Tristram's Edition's still likely to go south despite his defeat. No, I think he's likely to improve. The 6th event was the Careers Week graduation. It went to the Kiwi, Lickalong, who was always prominent, and that's him in second place in the yellow sleeves and the green cap. And he goes to the post strongly under hard riding by Carl Simon.
Length in front, Lickalong off the rails, coming after this leader. Liz Patina's getting a run in the middle. She's finishing gamely. Spirulite right down the outside, and Monaco Lady's getting a run on the inside. Lickalong loomed up, hit the lead. It's Lickalong in front of Tramia Song. Spirulite on the outside, Ballet Master, Monaco Lady, and then Liz Patina, but it's Lickalong in front, close to home. Ballet Master, Monaco Lady trying hard, but Lickalong's too good and wins it by a length. Lickalong first, second Ballet Master, third Monaco Lady.
Well, Ken Russell, we mentioned earlier, had to really pull out all stops to score on Supermine and the Metropolitan Handicap. He had an armchair victory on the favourite Latin Flare in the 7th, cruising up 3 wide in the mare in the blinkers, and she just goes right away from the opposition in the straight.
Leads by 2 lengths. Mr. Pepper making ground on the outside. Sea Light over on the inside, and then Royal Offer. Latin Flare nicely cleared. 200 metres to go. He's content to ride hands and heels. Latin Flare a couple of lengths in front of Mr. Pepper, and then Sea Light. But this is going to be an easy one for the favourite. Latin Flare is going to the post strongly to win it by 2 lengths. Latin Flare first. Second, Mr. Pepper. Third, Sea Light. Followed him.
Promising apprentice David Murphy notched up another victory when he scored on Vita Vure in the final event. Well tried Vita Vure, and he started 7 to 2. He's in about 6th place at this stage in the baldy-faced horse in the blinkers. He sustains a very strong run.
Yellow player trying to go with him, and then Vita Vure and Flash Chateau. He's got the favourite under the whip. They still haven't caught this leader yet. 200 metres out. Rollover's the leader. Voyager in second place. Vita Vure running on strongly. The favourite's gone. Bimogen Flash at the 50-metre mark. Vita Vore's coming after Rollover. He's coming with a great run, Vita Vore. He moved up, grabbed the lead from Rollover, and moves away to win it by a length. Vita Vore first. Rollover second. Voyager may have got third, then...
That was the final event on the 3rd day of the exhibition carnival. Now the TAB information for the Eagle Farm meeting, and 1 and 4 was the double, $21 even. 6, 1 and 4, the treble paid $368.50, and 6 pick yesterday at Eagle Farm, 6, 4, 1, 3, 4 and 14. Division 1, very good dividend there, in excess of $59,897.90 for Division 2. Division 3, $173.75, and Division 4, $47.25. We'll take a break now in Sports Scene and come back and have a look at the big program at Rosehill in Rosehill meeting yesterday, and success for Queensland yesterday with Rendu taking out the 2nd event, very heavily backed favourite. He won in a canter, and I think he's set for a very big spring. His stablemate Gothorpe not successful in the opening event, but she wasn't disgraced to finish 5th. This going to Nova Edition, the favourite, moving up to take over at this stage.
Past the ledge, strides away, a length appreciation second. Glory Days getting up on the inside, and 3 lengths to Gothorpe. At the 200, the rider Barker pulls the whip on Nova Edition. Likewise, Quentin on Appreciation. The same for Marshall on Glory Days, getting tightened up. Nova Edition just in front of Glory Days and holding her, and Nova Edition is going to win. Nova Edition a bit over a length on the line to Glory Days, who did...
Here's the result of Queensland cheering with Rendu in 2nd place at this stage, going on to score well. Another good training performance by Graham Loader.
But Rendu raced alongside Race for Pleasure, 250 to go. About 2.5, Never Quit, Clinton, John Oriane, and then Billy Asset and Imprimatur. But Rendu past the 200, strode clear, Never Quit going to 2nd, Race for Pleasure 3rd. The Beaver pulls the whip on Rendu, Never Quit running home, but to no avail. And Rendu is going to win it easily from Never Quit. Billy Asset gets home for 3rd.
Bay Dorica in the red colours, moving up 3 out, has a great struggle with King Rum before taking out the 3rd event.
Bay Dorica goes to 2nd, on the bay the outside from Camille Assad, and then Border Raid at a break to La Tepo at the 200 metres. King Rum under the whip, joined by Bay Dorica. On the bay, grinding away on the outside, and then La Tepo. Bay Dorica, King Rum, and on the bay. On the inside, King Rum kicking back. Bay Dorica might have its nose in front as they reach the line, bobbing finish. Or Bay Dorica might be in a bobber.
Triumphant return for the 3-year-old Imperial Baron in the Premier Stakes. Under the weight for age conditions, he was much too good for drawn.
And Duffy pulling around the heels of the leaders on drawn now, and then Scott's Lane and a length the Barossa, followed by Chiquita. Straightening up, and Imperial Baron hasn't been given much peace on the outside. Chanticleer, and here comes drawn at the 250. Imperial Baron. I think Cassidy's still got something in reserve on the chestnut. He's kicked nearly a length on drawn on the outside. Then Chanticleer followed by Imperial Majesty, but he's home, Imperial Baron. He's racing a little greenly, but he's streaking away from drawn. Riverdale flying to the line, but
the 5th event for restricted to grey horses went to Royal Samurai, who's in a red cap out deep on the track, takes over about the 200 metres and goes to the line pretty generously under hands and heels riding.
And Grey Aces next and struggling, but Royal Samurai strode clear at the 200. A half length on Silver Champagne fighting back, and then comes Silver Streak and Grey Ace, but Royal Samurai just the leader from Silver Champagne, and Royal Samurai is holding Silver Champagne, and Royal Samurai a long neck. Second, Silver Champagne. Third.
The favourite Rajamar successful in the 6th event, but only just from Fix the Date and Devious Lady, a tremendous finish.
Calaboose, and then comes Fix the Date, getting into the open from St. Tristram. 300 metres to go. Rajamar's rider's gone for the whip, Bartley. It's pegging back Devious Lady. Fix the Date running home nicely on the outside and looking at danger. Here's Fix the Date cutting down Rajamar and Devious Lady. It's Rajamar and Fix the Date with Devious Lady. 3 in line. Fix the Date on the outside. Is he going better? Rajamar kicks in the middle, and Rajamar looks to a one at a nose.
7th event went to Dancehall Girl and Jim Cassidy. Dancehall Girl just in front at this stage, but she explodes away in the straight to score by 6.5 lengths.
300, Dancehall Girl skipped away here. She's about 2.5 Black Cartel. Zip home on the outside, making heavy weather of it, followed then by Paris Knight and Indian Raj. But it's all Dancehall Girl, and Dancehall Girl at the moment making it a one-act affair. She's about 5 lengths clear. Federalism runs on, and so does Zip home and Indian Raj. But Dancehall Girl bolts in. Dancehall Girl's won from Federalism, Zip home and Indian Raj, and then Black.
Jim Cassidy wrapped up a winning treble when he took out the final event on Inconceivable, who also scores very easily.
2 to Reuters News, and then Canada Rising Fear and Born to be Queen. And further back is Petrus, Agent Provocative next, but Inconceivable race clear at the 200. Inconceivable by a length and a half now. Second posse is Shinakima, and a great go for third. Rising Fear, Lady Nuke, Reuters News and Born to be Queen. But a hat-trick for Cassidy and Mayfield Smith as Inconceivable trots it in, wins at 3 lengths.
Well, it was a hat-trick for Mayfield Smith and Cassidy, and they look like they're going to be very hard to stop in the coming weeks. Now, the TAB information for Rose Hill, 7 and 4, the double, $74.10. 7, 7 and 4, $211.70, sorry, the treble. And the extra double from Rose Hill, 9 and 7, paid $8.40. 2 well-tried runners there. Take a break and come back and have a look at Sandown and see if you can pick the winner named after Pat Welsh.
Tuesday on Sons and Daughters.
I'll teach you how to be a real businessman.
A new image for David?
I want to employ you.
But will Jenny accept?
Whoever has that tape has the power.
Sons and Daughters.
And if you want it back, it'll cost you.
Tuesday, 7:30 on Sun.
You haven't caught the flu. You should be back in bed. But you have to soldier on.
Soldier on with Codful, soldier on. Soldier on. Now with Codful relief, you'll soldier on. Soldier on. Cold and flu won't get us down, 'cause with Codful you can soldier on.
Codful cold and flu tablets. Use only as directed.
You can soldier on. Honey, I say ooh. Nuts, I say ah. Honey, ooh, nuts, ah. Crunchy yum, say Kellogg's. Say crunchy nuts, say cornflakes. Say Kellogg's crunchy nut cornflakes. Say ooh, ah, say yum. Say honey, ooh, say nuts, ah. Say crunchy yum, say Kellogg's. Say crunchy nuts, say Kellogg's. Say crunchy nuts, say Kellogg's. Say ooh, ah, say yum. Say crunchy nuts, say Kellogg's.
Welcome back again as we look at Sandown. Yesterday they had a slow track and a couple of seasons in the one day down there, a bit of rain falling midway through the afternoon, and there were some pretty tired horses at the end of the races. None tireder than Trans Yonder at the end of the opening event, which was the Dobson Steeple. Roger and Out looked to have a Herculean task at this stage, running in second place, but he wore down Trans Yonder.
Trans Yonder about 4 lengths in front. Roger and Out battling on under the whip and along gap to Mr. Spence.
Yonder getting tired, but he might have too big a break. Roger and Out's trying very hard on the outside. It's going to be close as they get near the line. Yonder on the inside, and Roger and Out's just grabbed him on the line. Roger and Out, I think, has just beaten Yonder, maybe.
Roger and Out for Yonder. Dandy Andy, the favourite, moving up 3 wide in the green captain's. A strong performance to score. He covered plenty of ground to defeat Captain Sydney.
Went up with Agent Blue to take the lead now. Captain Sydney trying to get up on the fence. Dandy Andy under the whip, the leader from Captain Sydney, and out wide a Galaxy Fleet with 200 to go. Dandy Andy, and on the inside of it, Captain Sydney. Dandy Andy about a head in front. Captain Sydney trying hard, but Dandy Andy by G's handy, and he's won it. About a neck to Captain Sydney, close for third, Galaxy Fleet, and on the crest.
Third event went to Just Another, who was well tried to start 3-1. He gets a run up on the inside, a baldy-faced horse with blinkers, and just holds out Mally Bronze.
Cade's Flash and Lay's Choice getting clear from from at the head of the others, Dusty Springs. Mally Bronze led at the 250, but coming at it, Just Another, they settle down to fight it out. Just Another on the inside, raced up to Mally Bronze, put its head in front. Mally Bronze fighting on, but Just Another, just the leader as they near the line. And Just Another hanging badly, but wins it about a head to Mally Bronze. 4 lengths away third, Lay's Choice.
Now for the one named after Pat Welch. This is Closet Drinker taking out the 4th event. Goes on to score a good win from Game Lord.
The rails together with Game Lord coming at the pair of them. Bold Concept trying to get out block for a run. Closet Drinker got the upper hand with 300 to go though. Got a length and a half in front of Kayama King is gone. Game Lord and Bold Concept starting to run on well. He's gone for the whip on Closet Drinker. It's holding them safely at bay with 100 to go, and Closet Drinker's got it well won. Goes down to win by more than 2 lengths. Great battle for the minor placing, nearly a dead heat between Game Lord and Bold Concept.
Then down came the rain as they were running the 5th event. Daring John overhauled the tearaway leader, Mr. Swanky, in the final stages.
Mr. Swanky got 3 lengths clear. Opine Trust's gone. Daring John trying hard to bridge the gap at the 200. Mr. Swanky holding Daring John by 2 lengths. Mr. Swanky under the whip, the leader. Daring John trying hard to bridge the gap, but Mr. Swanky in front. Daring John on the outside is finishing stoutly near the line. Daring John's going to get up, and Daring John's won it about a neck to Mr. Swanky, 3 lengths away third.
6th event went to Kale in the green colours, who fought on very courageously under strong whip riding to defeat Trista Bell.
For the way out, and then Longwood Lad, Collins Choice under the whip. Kale got to the lead with 150 to go. Trista Bell tackling it on the outside. Luther's Lux battling on from Rocky Mac. Trista Bell got up alongside Kale with 150 to go. They're having a great battle. Kale won't give in, though, on the inside. He's battling back, and Kale, the leader near the line, is going to win it. Foxeel flying home, but Kale has won it from Trista Bell.
Very smart sprinter Cum Laude taking out the 7th event, and did it in impressive style too after being a little slowly away.
To go. He's holding Cum Laude together, holding onto the lead about 3 lengths now to favoured Tina. Oh, it's coming right away now. Then Indeed I Do and Kingdom Ruler and Golden Lantern. But Cum Laude is going to win by a street. Scores by about 4 or 5 lengths to favoured Tina. Jasango battling on the inside, may just last for 3rd placing.
Judton Lodger, the grey, took over at the 200 metres in the 8th event, but vice-like grip down the centre of the track, and the blinkers and the white cap was too strong.
Presence for all and vice-like grip. 250 out, Grey Berber in front. Judton Lodger tackling it, but vice-like grip's coming over the top of them all out wide. Judton Lodger got to the lead. Vice-like grip trying to peg him back. Judton Lodger hanging on. Vice-like grip has almost got him 50 metres out, and vice-like grip goes to the lead now. Vice-like grip wins it from Judton Lodger. Royal Saga flashed home for 3rd.
Very confident ride by Stephen Burridge on Perfect Polly to take out the final event. She careers away from the 200 metres to score by 4.5 lengths.
Finishing on at the head of the others. Irish Pound got to the lead, but Perfect Polly's canted up to it on the outside. He's got a double hold on it. Then Dream Ruler, and further back as Evening Rise. He goes for Perfect Polly at the 200. It quickly goes to the lead, and the race is over. Perfect Polly's going to win by length. Comes away to score by about 5 lengths to Irish Pound. 3rd, Dream Ruler, a long gap to Evening Rise from Dattell New.
Very, very easy victory there in the final event to Perfect Polly. Now the TAB information, 7 and 13 the double, $155.20. 1, 7 and 13 the treble, $804.70. And the extra double from Sandown went to 2 and 11, the dividend there, $30.70. Well, now, brilliantly in Brisbane up until a couple of weeks ago when she was taken back to Sydney. She started odds on in the Silver Shadow Stakes And even though she missed the start slightly, she was pretty disappointed because Mick Dittman gave her the run of the race, and Diamond Chouer was just clearly too good in the last 100 metres. So I guess the Tommy Smith camp is just going to have a little rethink, because I think Smith and Dittman thought that Bounding Away would be well nigh unbeatable in the set weight fillies races this spring. But there was plenty of action at Doomben yesterday as well, and the punters off on the right mark, those who accepted the short odds about Creolina, were always pretty confident they'd be picking up the money. She was the first leg of a winning double for very promising apprentice David Murphy. It's Creolina clear at this stage. She wasn't really threatened.
Dutton's Candy on the outside making ground, and then Barunga Miss and Shining Bell. 200 metres to go. He's riding the favourite Hands and Heels. She's about a length and a half in front. Creolina leading Dutton's Candy by a length or so. North Crest weakening out of it, and then Barunga Miss. The Creolina is going to be too good for them in the run home. She's going to win it by a length. Creolina first, Dutton's Candy second. 3 lengths away third, either Barunga Miss...
Well, another heavily backed runner successful in the second event. First starter, Hopetown Star, turned out in great order by trainer Brian Wakefield to set a class record time here in landing some big bets, starting the favourite at 3 to 1. It's Hopetown Star clear at this stage.
And Russell's gone for home on the favourite, and he's booted away Hopetown Star. He's about 4 lengths in front of Venetius, then Parlour Lady of Vanham and Silent Spark. But with 200 metres to go, it's all Hopetown Star. He's 6 lengths in front. Well, they put their money up, and they're going to get it. It's Hopetown Star careering away in the run to the post to win it easily. Silent Spark making up plenty of ground for second, then a Vanham. But Hopetown Star, as he's right...
We mentioned David Murphy, successful all the way on Creolina in the opening event. Well, it was a ride of contrast here when he was successful on Muted in the 2,000 metre handicap. Muted racing around about midfield at this stage in the red cap, comes with a well-timed burst to defeat Mr. Huggy.
Dropped out last there, chopping and changing. Hondo-Matic's taken the lead. 300 metres to go. Hondo-Matic just in front of Northern Beam. Supermine going for a run on the inside. Muted coming through in the middle. Lord Woden, Sabre Tab on the outside. Muted's got the split. He burst through, hit the lead. Muted kicked away from them, a length in front of Lord Woden, Sabre Tab. Mr. Huggy making ground, but Muted shot clear close to home. Yes, he's too good. He pulls the whip on him at the end to hold Mr. Huggy, and he does that by a neck. It's Muted first, Mr. Huggy second, tight third.
Not much doubt that he's a very, very promising young rider, David Murphy, and I think we're going to hear a lot of him in this racing season. Fourth event, and this is a good ride also, Beaver Schofield taking full advantage of the inside run on Jazz Talk when they straighten to defeat Rain Alone and Royal Wagon, who runs on well.
Lover's Spirit into the straight. Amanex is the leader. Jazz Talk's got the run on the inside, burst through to join Amanex. Her base is on the outside, Rain Alone winding up. Royal Wagon, Capro, Carnifesual, Meg Sun just behind them. Jazz Talk is clear with 100 metres to go. Rain Alone now second. Royal Wagon down the outside with Light Hail, but it's Jazz Talk in front close to the line, and Jazz Talk is holding them to win by a length.
Jazz Talk, one for the bookies there at 20 to 1. We'll take a break now in Sports Scene and come back and have a look at the remainder of the Doomben Prince Sports Scene. And we're up to race 5 in our Doomben review. It was the Cathay Novice, and this is a good training performance again here by Roy Dawson, produced Mirabend, who was confidently handled by Shane Scriven. He's on the outside and kicks away soon after this.
Flyer fourth, then Altino Tango, Irish Abbey on the outside, Bark Claver and Hoya Flight, but Mirabend raced away with 150 metres to go. He's kicked away from them. He's about a length and a half in front of Bark Claver and then fasting, but it's all Mirabend at the end and push right out with the whip. He's going to win it easily. Mirabend first, Bark Claver second, Hoya Flight third.
Top ride there by Shane Scriven on Mirabend. Then was the flying handicap, and Dolby Sprinter Sleepwalk made it 21 wins from 25 starts. He only just got there. Cruise Missile a half head away in second place.
Around the home turn, 350 metres to go. Zephyr Cruiser joined by Sleepwalk. Cruise Missile's got a glorious run on the inside. My Ebony Rose chasing those leaders, followed by More Today. Sleepwalk the leader under pressure. He's got him under the whip now. Cruise Missile coming at him. Sleepwalk and Cruise Missile, they're fighting it out. Sleepwalk the outside. Cruise Missile the inside. They're going to the line locked together. They hit it. Sleepwalk by a head. Sleepwalk, I think, has just touched off Cruise Missile. 4 lengths away third, My Ebony Rose.
Well, as his record may suggest, 21 from 25. Sleepwalk is a horse of great courage. We'll show you the slow-mo now, and just inside the 200 metres, Cruise Missile on the inside. It actually put his nose in front. Doug Messingham had ridden him cleverly, but Paul Hamblin wheeling the whip on Sleepwalk on the outside. And it's My Ebony Rose in third place, not disgraced first up either. But look at the courage of Sleepwalk to kick back and get the better of Cruise Missile in the last 50 metres. And that was a very good performance despite the narrow margin. Seventh event was the Gambaro's graduation, and this is a very classy performance by Tulip. Tolai first up, that he was in command all the way down the straight, even though Graham Watson didn't resort to the whip.
350 to go, wide range a length in front of Katmandu. Tolai to the outside, running on gamely, then Flash Emperor and Shadow Bronze, wide range still the leader. He's a length in front of Katmandu. Tolai's winding up on the outside. He's coming with a great run, Tolai. He moved up to wide range and Tolai, they're locked together. Tolai going a bit the better. Tolai a neck in front of wide range. Tolai first. Tolai beat wide range. 3 lengths away third, Katmandu.
I don't think we should underestimate the effort of the runner up there, wide range. He drew a little awkwardly at the start and had to be used up, and it was a grand effort to stretch Tolai so well. And I think wide range is certain to score his next run in this class. Final event was the novice handicap, went to Call Me Biddy, very promising filly. She defeated Astral Way and Pride of Mosaic.
High force at the rear, coming around the home turn, 400 metres to go. Sunsani a touch in front of Macro Prince, who loomed up quickly on the outside. Regis Boy behind them, Pride of Mosaic running on fairly well. Tiger Miel, Astral Way going for a run in the middle, and then Call Me Biddy. Macro Prince just in front, he's got him under the whip. Sunsani's kicked again on the inside. Astral Way is flying on the rails. Tiger Miel and Call Me Biddy coming with a great run. It's Call Me Biddy looming up to Astral Way. Call Me Biddy just in front of Astral Way, and Call Me Biddy has just beaten Astral Way. It's a photo finish for third.
Ken Russell wrapping up a winning double there on Call Me Biddy, and a frustrating day for Doug Messingham, second again there on Astral Way. We'll show you the slow-mo, and you'll watch how Russell cleverly pulls Call Me Biddy to the outside. She's in brown colours in about 7th place, now moving to the outside and really starting to wind up. At the same time, Messingham is angling back towards the inside on Astral Way, who had every chance from this point. Now, the great run in the race came from the 4th place getter, Silver Relic, not in camera range at this stage. It's Call Me Biddy on the outside in the brown, getting the better of Astral Way. Now, here's Silver Relic on the outside, finishing very, very quickly to hold down 4th place on the line. And I think back to Eagle Farm, Silver Relic is certainly going to be very hard to beat. Well, that was the action from Doomben, and look now at the TAB information from the meeting there. And 9 and 1 was the double, $10.60. 7, 9 and 1 the treble, $160.60. And 6 pick at Doomben yesterday. No one getting Division 1 at jackpots for numbers 7, 4, 9, 9, 1 and 10. Division 2, $2,359.40. Division 3.
Bart in the Warwick Stakes boosts its prize money to around $750,000.
Yeah, he's been a great performer, Glenn, and he really is very good on the Warwick Farm track. Mick Dittman had a very frustrating day, disappointing on Shank Hill Lass here. She finished 4th, but it was Riverdale overpowering them at the finish, and he's been a great performer over a number of seasons. And I noticed the Connections comment after the race. They hope that he'll now earn the champion tag. Well, I guess he has earned that with prize money up around that figure, $750,000. I guess you could call him a champion. First event at Warwick Farm went to Primrose Lane, a 20-to-1 chance from the Bart Cummings stable, and ran on strongly. The baldy-faced runner, the widest at this stage of the leaders.
Blazing Miss and El Rello at the 300. Macro Girl joins in, followed by Mad Maxine and Primrose Lane on the outer. Forget about breakdown, so Primrose Lane and Mad Maxine with Macro Girl, 3 in line. On the outside, Primrose Lane is going home better now than Mad Maxine, and Primrose Lane for the money. Primrose Lane beat Mad Maxine. I think Dolcezza might have nailed.
This is the second event in Port Fair, the grey with the red blinkers. Comes with a well-timed burst. Now he's moving up about 5 wide at this stage, and he's too strong for Cooper's Gold, who was held up momentarily here.
Command at the 200 metres, Lancelot, Bold Endeavour, My Day, and Port Fair charges at them, and Cooper's Gold runs on, followed by Hussar's Command, but Port Fair dashed away. He's home in the Spring Cup, Port Fair. Second posse will be Cooper's Gold ahead of Hussar's Command, but Port Fair wins well. So
tremendous finish to the third event, with Northern Find and Clavel's Girl claiming the leaders together about 50 metres out. It's Northern Find on the inside getting the verdict by a short half head.
Position, Grey Ace Tar, Beau can't get clear from Marpessa, and then Clavel's Girl, and further back is Northern Find. Missy Outlaw's taken the lead narrowly. Here comes Grey Ace, and on the outside Clavel's Girl, and flying home is Northern Find as they reach the line. Gee whiz, I think that Northern Find might have won this. And then Casino.
This is the up-and-coming stakes, and a very classy colt from the Cummings stable, Broadreach. He's done it pretty tough out wide, but he's taking over at this stage in the yellow cap.
On tenaciously, however, and Broadreach looks to be doing better than Pre-Catlin inside the 200. Sea-Swell's running a great race. Then comes Urbane and Top Avenger. Broadreach the leader on the outside. Sea-Swell battling on. It's on the inside. Broadreach. Sea-Swell is not going to quite reach him, and the favourite gets home.
Well, this is the fifth event, the Warwick Stakes, and it's the Queenslander Lord Penn in front, but it's Riverdale in the red and yellow colours, one from the outside who overpowers them.
All chat, Manu and Shankill, last Riverdale and heat of the moment. They're closing in on Lord Penn. Riverdale coming home well. Sea Pictures getting a split from Shinakima. Sea Pictures in the pink, grabbed now by Riverdale on the outside, and Riverdale is swamping Sea Pictures. Manu in third, but Riverdale eased up on the line, wins the stake.
Yes, he was actually eased up on the line, a very classy performance. He's just inclined to duck in a little bit, and Noel Barker actually put the whip away and let him run to the line. Now, at this stage, he's moving up quickly outside. Sea Pictures in the pink on the inside had reached the lead, but here's Riverdale. Just notice him duck in a couple of strides there. Manuan, the old performer, gets third, ahead of Shankhill Lass, who was not that far away, the favourite, and her effort certainly not a disgrace. The sixth event, the Silver Shadow Stakes, and Bounding Away had moved up out 3 wide at this stage and looked certain to score, but it's Diamond Shower poised just behind Bounding Away, who's too good.
Leads by a head. Savenza the inside, Bounding Away, charging at them now. A length the Diamond Shower, but Bounding Away raced up on the outside of Captive Arn, and Savenza heads it off. Diamond Shower's the danger to Bounding Away. The filly Bounding Away's gone. Diamond Shower's caught her past her and is racing clear, wins by more than a length. Pleasant Flight.
Seventh was the Wallachia Handicap. It went to Pleasant Flight, well ridden by Malcolm Johnston. Gets a split through on the inside in the red and yellow colours, and scores quite decisively in the end from Moto Moto.
Up and here Moto Moto leads Tugger Man. Senshire into the open. Balu and Noble Roman finishing determinedly, and then Pleasant Flight. Many hopes, 120 to go. Noble Roman on the outside. Pleasant Flight and Moto Moto. Pleasant Flight on the inside doing a shade better, nearing the wire, and it'll win. Pleasant Flight beat Moto Moto. And a length further.
Tierra Rist, another to have wintered in Brisbane this year, finished very strongly to take out the final event, the welter. He's in the green colours, the horse in the blinkers, and he goes to the post generously.
Triumph, Tierra Rist, and on the outside, Madalena. It's on the inside, Big Zapple and Common Sense from Tierra Rist and Madalena. Big Zapple giving plenty, Tierra Rist coming quickly, then Common Sense. Tierra Rist's the one, and despite a blow in the market, it's too good, Tierra Rist. It draws away on the line.
He's a pretty smart horse, Tierra Rist, particularly around about the 1,600 metres distance. I think he's destined for more wins this spring. Now the double and treble information for Warwick Farm. 1 and 12 the double, $50.40. 6, 1 and 12 the treble, $209.90. And the extra double from Warwick Farm, 3 and 2, paid $192.80. Metres, Dazzling Duke ran on strongly, and I thought a good effort by Kenny Lass to finish third after being forced to race pretty wide from an awkward alley. First event, the hurdle, went to Shuri, who absolutely walked in. He's well clear at this stage and goes on to score with ridiculous ease.
Tom Danaher goes for the four-leaf clover coming towards the last. As second Kinzan, then Narako, and a long way back then I'm a guy. Showery being nursed towards the last. Now the boy boots him into it a bit forward in front. Over. And Showery is on to win by 5 lengths. Second placing the Kinzan, third is Narako. 15 lengths away came I'm a Guy, and on the...
The 1984 Melbourne Cup winner Black Knight showed that he could still be a force in the Spring Carnival this year by winning this race most impressively. He's well clear at this stage.
Straightened up a good 3 lengths clear from short row under the whip, followed by Night Judge, Celso and Range. But Black Knight keeping going is about 4 in front. He's going to walk in. Celso will get a place if he gets a run. He mightn't get one, and Black Knight goes down to the line to win by 4 lengths. Close for the Miners, and it's going to go to, let's see, Night Judge, I think, second, a nose in front of short row.
Tengahari ran on strongly to take out the Steeple. He's moving up 3 wide, just too strong for his opposition at the end of the 3,600 metres.
Vaudeville Trans yonder, then Vim, here's the last. Tengahari's over it safely, he's going to win the Hiskins, and Tengahari comes away a great effort, scores by about 3 lengths to Lord Rill, ahead away third, Vim.
Apprentice George Evagora earned some rave reviews with his handling of the favourite Jamaica Inn, who took out the 4th, the Dempsey Handicap, 2,600 metres.
Jamaica Inn has hit the front. 300 to go. Jamaica Inlet shot away a length and a half clear. Hyder Chieftain can't go on. Mellybron struggling. And Jamaica Inn set sail for home with the race 1. 2.5 lengths to Dual Fame, Mellybron's, Hater Chieftain, Dusty Springs, but Jamaica Inn's going to canter in. The boy, young Georgie Evagora, had the fall through the week. Good luck to him, a brilliant ride. Jamaica Inn by 4 lengths to Dual Fame. Close for third, Hater Chieftain, probably.
A shocker from the favourite Campaign King in the Manicato Stakes. He's right out of the race at this stage. Lockley's Tradition moving up 3 wide, 4 wide Canny Lass, and Dazzling Duke runs on well late.
And on the outside, Canny Lass. These are the 4, 3 lengths to Dazzling Duke, starting to run home like a train. Halfway down the straight, Lockley's Tradition and Ever Ready fighting it out from Canny Lass and Dazzling Duke. Lockley's Tradition's put its head in front near the line. Dazzling Duke flying. Lockley's Tradition and neck to Dazzling Duke.
Sixth event went to the outside of Bondi's Leap. He was always prominent. He looked under a bit of threat here, but under desperate riding, he kicks away again in the straight.
Curiosity Rose, and then Dunwoody under the whip and Suzendi, but Bondi's Leap sprinted away again as they turned. A length and a half missed Trelbar. Then Curiosity Rose, Dunwoody running home late out wide from Suzendi, but it's Bondi's Leap in front with about 50 metres to go, and it's going on to win. About 3 parts to miss Trelbar. Curiosity Rose third from Got the Vibes. Dunwoody off the course.
It was the grey Mr. Cheap all the way in the 7th event. He went right on with it in the straight to score a very smart win from Fear No Battle.
Romantic game, but they've got to get this. I'd like to be on it on the corner. It's 2 in front, Mr. Cheap from Fear No Battle, and Mr. Moe under the whip, followed by Bronze Knight. 150 out, Mr. Cheap holding them safely at bay. In fact, he's starting to come away now from Fear No Battle in second placing, and Mr. Cheap wins easily by 3 lengths to Fear No Battle. Mr. Moe just last for third. Priceless Prince.
The filly Special lived right up to her name by comfortably taking out the final event. Special defeated Society Bay and Pelor Star. Now, at this stage, Special's on the outside in the blinkers, one from the Colin Hayes stable, well ridden by Michael Clark to get over from an awkward barrier, and she kicks right on the point of the turn and was always in command from this stage. It's in second place at this stage is Society Bay, who you'll notice just switches a tail a couple of times under the whip, but it's all Special going to the line, and starting at the generous odds of 4 to 1, she won like a 4's on pop in the finish, and she's a pretty smart filly from the Hayes stable, which looks set for a pretty big spring. And of course, he's had a few horses wintering in the latter stages of the carnival up here.
And they hit it, and there's little in it. Fool.
Those 2 strong of Imperial Barrow.
That opening event at Eagle Farm yesterday went to Rusty Sand to upset a big plunge on Count de Chambure.
400 metres mark. Count de Chambure off the rail, goes up quickly to tackle in transit. Burglars Union under pressure, then Rusty Sand and Time is Money. Count de Chambure went to the lead at the 200 metres mark. In transit under pressure. Rusty Sand running on. Count de Chambure in front, 150 out. Rusty Sand running it down. Count de Chambure grabbed by Rusty Sand. Rusty Sand put its head in front of Count de Chambure, drew clear on the line, and Rusty Sand beat Count de Chambure.
Well, that was a tidy performance from Rusty Sand, but an eye-catching win in the second division of the maiden to Deladius, who clocked 1.1 seconds faster in leading throughout. And I think this is a 3-year-old we're going to hear a lot more of, Deladius. He came off a wide barrier. Spots McGrath made plenty of use of him early, but look at him sprint away now in the straight.
As they turned, Deladius slipped away at the 350. The rider went for home. Deladius leads by 4 lengths. Minnie Clara runs up into second spot. Then Centre Point Lad and Man Ablaze from So Radiant. Deladius clear, 150 out. Minnie Clara's rolling all over the track. So Radiant running on, and Tudor Period out deep. But Deladius has them beaten. 100 left to go. Deladius in front of So Radiant, Tudor Period and Minnie Clara.
Well, 2 races down and 2 favourites down, and then the third, the real cruncher for the punters with the defeat of the 2's on pop wide range. Difficult to find an excuse for him. I thought Steve Kilden handled him well enough. He's moving up in the blue colours, 1 out at this stage, and he looked to be going strongly enough, but Tartartown in the red cap just easing across his heels goes to the line much too strongly.
Zing and Tartartown on the outside. Amboina joined by Wide Range, who's under pressure. Tartartown makes a line of 3 and looks to be travelling better. At the 200, Kerr pulls the whip on Tartartown. He drew clear of Wide Range. Then Amboina, Aquacopper running on, but Tartartown broke clear. Tartartown 2 in front of Aquacopper and Wide Range and Tartartown.
Well, that was a triumphant return by top rider Mike Kerr after serving a 2-month suspension. Quickly back into the winning list there on Tartartown. Then came the next upset of the day, and that was the defeat of the 3's on pop Tolle. He's in the green colours, angling for a run up on the fence. Gets it and looks certain to score, but tracking him through is the winner, Winter.
Tolle goes for the rail. Earhart pokes him up on the inside at the 200. The favourite hits the lead. Earhart pulls the whip. Grand Cindy running on. Winter into the clear. Tolle in front. Winter cutting him down. Tolle and Winter. Winter moved up to Tolle. Winter takes the lead. Winter's won. Winter.
Impossible to find an excuse for Tolle. Just the 1,400 metres at this stage might be just a shade beyond him. We'll take a break now in Sports Scene and come back and have a look at the Gregory Terrace Cup and Forte just prevailing over Prince Frolic.
Next on Family Ties.
Main event at Eagle Farm yesterday was the Gregory Terrace Cup, and it was the Bruce McLaughlin trained Forte, aided by a great ride from Ken Russell, just able to hold off Prince Frolic, only a half head in it at the finish, and a good performance by Prince Frolic, who looks like he's heading back to his best form.
Up to third, then Brilliant Beauty, 2 lengths to Timer Moss, and Prince Frolic pulled to the outside at the 250. Forte Claim, Main Fusilier, Northern Beam on the rail, then Brilliant Beauty, and here comes Prince Frolic. Forte in front at the 150. Prince Frolic sets sail after him. Forte a half in front. Prince Frolic cutting him down. The whip's cracking. Forte and Prince Frolic, they hit the line. Forte kicked. I think he's won. Forte.
I think he's a little bit underrated, Forte. He's now got the very good record of 9 from 16, and Bruce McLaughlin favours sending him down for the Epsom, and perhaps he's got a lightweight chance in the big race. The 6th event was the HMAS Morton Novice, and Mel Shoemaker, superb ride here on High Geeter. He's got blue blinkers and black colours, just moving to the outside of the leaders.
Regis Boy, Little Sharpie, and now High Geeter appears on the outside. Charson hit the front at the 200. High Geeter and Black Civic come at it with High Geeter swerving to the lead. Shoemaker pulls the whip. Is this the 50th birthday present? I think it is. High Geeter's raced 2 in front of Black Civic, then Charson and Little Sharpie. High Geeter's won the money. High Geeter
would like it known it's only 49. He celebrated his birthday during the week, but certainly he's in great form at the moment, and he's still one of the tops of his profession in Australia. 7th event was the HMAS Ipswich graduation, and a well-deserved victory to Ballet Master, the baldy-faced horse running 2nd at the moment. Good ride by Larry Allen, who's substituted for Troy Brandenburg, and Seaview Girl, the favourite, at this stage moving into a very threatening 3rd.
Ballet Master hit the front at the 200. Can he stay there today? Seaview Girl going for the split between Ballet Master and Just Boogie. She has to come to the outside. Ballet Master kicks. Seaview Girl 2nd, then Lick Along, but it's Ballet Master in front, and today he reaps his reward. Ballet Master has beaten Seaview Girl 3rd. I think Lick Along from Just.
He has been racing very honestly, Ballet Master. He deserved the victory. Shocking luck for Troy Brandenburg, who was just a couple of minutes late getting back from Caloundra. Larry Allen, the fortunate one, because he picked up the ride there and did everything right. Now, this is the slow-mo coming towards the 200 metres, and it's Ballet Master getting to the lead. Now, Seaview Girl's going for a run on his inside. Paul Hamblin goes for the whip, but you'll watch him change his mind in a moment as it gets a little bit tight, and Seaview Girl is hooked across the heels of Ballet Master. Now, right now, Allen goes for home and pinches a length and a quarter on Seaview Girl, who does well to cut the margin down by a little bit coming up to the line. I think a length in it at the finish, but I don't feel that changing course altered the result. I feel Ballet Master was going to hold Seaview Girl, and the favourite Seaview Girl might be a bit better suited over more ground now. The final event was the Diamond Tina Novice, and Mel Shoemaker again in the yellow colours with the blue cap, moving out four wide to tackle Nickel Silver on Clavelli Dior.
Nickel Silver. Clavelli Dior comes up on the outside, then Cinnamon Girl and English Fraud. Clavelli Dior and Nickel Silver together at the 200. Clavelli Dior put its head in front of Nickel Silver. Clavelli Dior and Nickel Silver with Clavelli Dior coming away. It's a big birthday for the shoe. Clavelli Dior draws clear. Clavelli Dior wins. Nickel Silver's 2nd. Over the Blues has come from near last for 3rd.
No doubt there's one to follow in the last event, Over the Blues. Look for a little bit more distance, and I think Over the Blues will soon be back in the winning list. Now the TAB information, 4 and 9, the double, $26.60, 11, 4 and 9, the treble, $139.90, and 6-pick yesterday, Division 1 jackpotting, 11, 1, 4, 1, 9 and 2. And Division 2 there, $1,224.85. Division 3, $35.25. Division 4, $10.75. We'll take a break now in Sports Scene and come back and have a look at Rendu, successful for Queensland at Rose Hill. Finished 7th in the Hill Stakes. She didn't disappoint trainer Jim Atkins, who feels that she's not suited by these weight-for-age races over the shorter journey. She'll now go on to Melbourne, and her first run down there will be in the Turnbull Stakes. I think we're going to see the grey mare really shine as she steps up to the longer distances and possibly the handicap racing. Opening event at Rose Hill yesterday went to Slave Trade, who led throughout to score pretty convincingly from French Colonial, who ran on well. Blazing Keel, a good first-up performance to finish 3rd.
And one further back as they straighten up is Max Treasure, and then Blazing Keel and John Dye, followed by French Colonial. Hard-ridden Signal to Noise back last. 300 out now, and the leader is Slave Trade, slapped along 2 lengths on Blazing Keel. 3rd Moto, French Colonial starting to put his might on the job, and then Max Treasure and Signal to Noise. Slave Trade leads 100 to go. He's still a convincing leader too. French Colonial running home well from Blazing Keel, but Slave Trade's run them ragged. And Slave Trade all the way beat French Colonial and Blazing Keel. And then comes
Inside would have been a good thing beaten in the 2nd second event. He's angling for a run on the fence just behind the leaders for 100 metres or so. It's only inside the 200 that Ron Quinton gets him into the clear. Kensai goes on to score well.
Quarter rate tackled by Chulada. Kensai travelling well but can't get a crack at them. It's locked away on the rails. Followed on the outside by Island Joe, and then comes Bell Lorette and Northern Find. The Brotherhood is making ground. It'll be too late though. Here's Kensai getting the split now. Oh, he gobbles them up, and Kensai's racing away from Bell Lorette and Chulada. Kensai beat Bell Lorette and Chulada, then Border Rate Island Joe. They're on the bend.
Rendu had to do a little bit of work in the straight to get past Pre-Catalan in the Sir Dapper Stakes, but he did it well. He's moving up in the green colours with the orange sleeves.
Up on the outer, and Tuling Savenza and beat the charge a long way back. Pre-Catalan in front, coming to the 200 metres. Schofield has gone for the whip on Rendu. It's starting to challenge Pre-Catalan now, and Rendu raced up on the outside of Pre-Catalan. Rendu looks to be going better. He is, and here's 4 straight coming up for Rendu. Pre-Catalan kicking back, but to no avail. He's
Fourth was the T-Rose Stakes, and Evandale Star, who's in third place at this stage, is moving to the outside with the white sleeve. Just a shade too good for Magic Flute. Diamond Shower made up ground late for third.
Trump Ace looking for an inside split, and then Diamond Shower. She'd need to get a spurt on, followed by Glory Days, and Larkado well back with Finezza Bell. They're closing in on Magic Flute. Evandale Star, Diamond Shower picking up the bit, and so's Glory Days, but Evandale Star raced up, hits the lead, and Evandale Star in somewhat of a boilover. Paris Knight
took out the fifth event, but the favourite Cosmic Kingdom looked a shade unlucky. Cosmic Kingdom's well back, yellow colours, black spots and black cap. Finally gets into the clear at the 200 metres.
Madalena third, then Kahana Bay, and then Paris Knight and Cosmic Kingdom still held up for a run. Now he's getting into the open on it. Will it be too late? At the 200 and past it, they've gone past the early leader Englishmen. Paris Knight's gone to the lead. Cosmic Kingdom coming home well on the outside. It'll be too late, and Paris Knight is going to win the money. Hammered right out. Paris Knight beat Cosmic Kingdom. It's gone up.
Next up was the Wait for Age Hill Stakes. You'll notice just now getting into trouble just before the turn there. Colour Page is moving up in the breastplate in the yellow colours. Too good for Farristan. Gallery Level, the favourite, applauding third.
Farristan, Gallery Level struggling, followed by Lord Lycan, and then comes C Pictures. Colour Page on the outside, just in front of Farristan, who's under the whip. Now Tiley goes for Colour Page, and this model to consistency has burnt off Farristan clearly. Lord Lycan might cut to Gallery Level out of third will, but it's a breeze for Colour Page.
This is the 7th event, drawn performance of great courage under a big weight to score narrowly from Periscope. Tierra Rista close third.
Does so, but is still badly blocked. As they come to the 300 metres, Shinakima tackled by Tierra Rista and wider Periscope, and Drawn coming into the picture now. Oh, gee, he's coming home nicely drawn. At the 200 metres, Periscope joined by Drawn, then Tierra Rista on the inside. Will Drawn's condition hang out? He Periscope and Tierra Rista. Little Drawn on the outside, full of courage. Is he going home? Best he is.
Well, it was drawn under 58.5 kilos. He's had a little bit of a setback, and he'll show you now the final 200 metres. I'm just inclined to shift in, but you'll notice Gavin Duffy just hands and heels. A very clever ride this by Duffy. Just a little bit of a backhander there with the whip, and you'll notice Drawn just duck in. Periscope and Tierra Rista both kicking back strongly, but it's Duffy just lifting Drawn. He's not very big, but he humped the 58.5 kilos in great style there yesterday, and he's sure to improve. The final event at Rose Hill was won by, whatever its name was, Card Shark, all the way it was, from Bicentenary, the heavily backed favourite.
Locked away, then it's lunchtime, and on the outside is Wong at the 300. Card Shark taken on by Bicentenary, third Kate Charlotte, and then it's lunchtime. Super Asset struggling. Card Shark giving back is a great sight. It's holding Bicentenary at the moment, followed by Kate Charlotte. Card Shark still in front. Its condition is holding out pretty well. Bicentenary won't reach it, and Card Shark wins well from Bicentenary. Third home was its lunchtime.
Good first up performance by Card Shark to lead throughout in the final event. Now the double and treble information for Rose Hill. 8 and 1 the double, $25.90. 4, 8 and 1 the treble, $822 even. And the extra double from Rose Hill, 1 and 8. Very healthy dividend there, $208.90. That was the action from Sydney. We'll take a break and come back and have a look at the Moonee Valley meeting in Melbourne.
Tonight,
to find her best form this spring, she's really been disappointing in the 3 runs, but the irrepressible Tommy Smith is heading back to Sydney with Bounding Away, and he expects her to get back into the winning list quickly, and then he's going back to Melbourne with her to finish off the spring. So we hope the champion filly can find her best form. She certainly is an exciting filly at her best. The first event at Moonee Valley yesterday went to Suzendi, who looked beaten just after they straightened, but slices through between the leaders in the final 50 metres to score at 20 to 1.
Big Ass joined by Lay's Choice halfway down the straight. Suzendi coming again. Roman Lodge in front. Suzendi going for a run on the extent. Oh, it's anybody's race. Suzendi's going to get up. Suzendi's got up in an extraordinary finish from Lay's Choice, Big Ash. My Cambita.
Second went to My Cambita, the widest runner, produced a very strong finish to run down Flustered, the leader at this stage.
It's going to be the danger, starting to flash home out wide. Flustered still in front. My Cambita starting to peg it back. It's going to be close. Flustered joined by My Cambita. My Cambita won it. Ahead to Flustered, third Glowing Idol.
Not too often the George Hanlon-Harry White combination produce a 12-to-1 winner, but here it is. Drillburn Miss easily in the third.
Then True Beauty, but Drillburn Miss in no danger of defeat. It's going to canter in. Heading down towards the line, Drillburn Miss wins easily by about 2.5 lengths to Lucky Witch. True Beauty, a good run, third, and as they turn...
Talking of easy wins, here's another one to Dazzling Duke in the Fian Stakes. The favourite, Lockley's Tradition, a little bit disappointing in finishing third.
Use the whip today, hands and heels. Lockley's Tradition is second, and the Filbert running on strongly. But Dazzling Duke's won it and nearly a dead heat for second. Society Bay.
Champagne performance from the Kiwi, Society Bay to trounce bounding away in the Verve Clicquot.
Home Society Bay, bounding away, struggling in second placing, coming home fairly Lockley's Daughter and Woolvet from the Clouds. But Society Bay's won by 6 lengths. Bounding away second, she's got the million, but the sheen's off her. Jack running.
It was Rupert on the odds-on, popped in a canter in the 6th. This is a great performance.
Victory, but Rupert on about 5 in front, halfway down the straight. He's a super horse, this one. Ruperton's going to win by 6 lengths. Judges' rules battling on, but they're coming at him. Archer Victory will get up for second, and third placing close.
Harry White completed a long price double when Top Banner scored narrowly from Federalism in the 7th, and both these horses wintered in Queensland.
Top Banner might beat them all. He and Federalism tackle the leaders, 100 to go. Top Banner and Federalism sweep to the lead. Top Banner, Federalism going stride for stride. They're going to hit it locked together. Oh, nearly a dead heat. Top Banner, Federalism couldn't pick it.
The favourite Dream Ruler successful in the final event. Range runs on late to get second, but it's Dream Ruler in the yellow cap, 3 out, taking the lead just after they straighten.
Lady joined by Dream Ruler, Evening Rise out wide and Summer Period, but Dream Ruler's taken the lead. Evening Rise in second place and coming home, Range getting out near the line, but Dream Ruler's won. A Nectar Range, third Evening Rise, fourth Cooktown Lady from Curiosity Rose.
Well, that was the action from Moonee Valley yesterday. Now the TAB information and the double numbers. Yes, 8 and 8. The double, $533.30. 3, 8 and 8, $2,881.10. And the extra double from Moonee Valley, 7 and 3, $15.40. That's our racing action this morning.
He's out for a couple of weeks, and Brad Harding and Mike Kerr. But in Sydney, the big news out of the steward's room was that both Darren Goutsky and Gavin Duffy are out until October the 11th, so they're going to miss the big Epsom Handicap and the Metropolitan meeting at Randwick, so that's bad luck for those two. First event at Doomben yesterday went to Sultan Sword, and this is a pretty good performance. He defeats Mini Clara, Taslin a solid third.
Even Bet and Sultan Sword both going forward, and then Karinis and Taslin straightening up. Royal Ruler hit the front. It's Royal Ruler in front, 350 metres to go. Mulberry Court sticking on. Mini Claire into the care, and Sultan Sword right down the outside with a great run. 200 metres to go. Sultan Sword dashed up, hit the front. Mini Clara trying to go with Sultan Sword, but it's Sultan Sword about a length in front of Mini Clara, then Taslin, and Sultan Sword's going to be too good in the run home. It's Sultan Sword first, Mini Clara second, third Taslin, then Coastal.
I think we're going to hear a bit more of Sultan Sword. That was a very good performance to defeat Mini Clara. The second event, and the favourite Seaview Girl beaten here. Stewards queried the riding tactics, but she appeared to have every chance. The Fire Tint just outstayed her in the straight.
Then Winning Design, Lampedo and Shining Sands coming onto the home turn, 400 metres to go. Lockyer Dollar just in front of Seaview Girl, the favourite cruising up on the outside. She's hit the lead now, Seaview Girl. She's just in front of Lockyer Dollar. Fire Tint to the outside, putting in a bit of a claim. He's pulled the whip on the favourite Seaview Girl. She's struggling a little bit. Fire Tint on the outside coming at her. Lockyer Dollar's kicked again on the inside. Seaview Girl, Fire Tint and Lockyer Dollar. The three of them are locked together. Fire Tint's going a bit the better. Seaview Girl in second place, and Lockyer Dollar and Lick along, but Fire Tint in front as they hit the line, and Fire Tint has beaten either Seaview Girl, Lockyer Dollar or Lick along.
Burglar of Banff was rated a good thing by most weight students, and that's exactly how it worked out. He cruised past the leaders coming to the turn and shot right away in the straight, and I'm sure he's going to go right through these restricted races and get into open company very quickly. He's well handled by Ain Butler. He's moving up there now, taking over and cruises away to defeat Amboina and Defilase.
Let him go, and he raced about 3 lengths in front. Gold Jade in second place, and then Amboina, Lucifer Lad, Black Civic, followed by Final Move and Defilase down the outside. Now he puts the whip on Burglar of Banff. He's 4 lengths in front of Amboina and Gold Jade, then Lucifer Lad and Defilase, but Burglar of Banff's going to win it easily. Burglar of Banff about 3 lengths in front of Amboina as they go to the post. And he's 1 ease down. Burglar of Banff first, Amboina second, Defilase I think will be third.
I think we'll have to take short odds Burglar of Banff in a graduation again, but I'm pretty sure he'll collect the prize. The fourth event was the second division of the maiden, and Mel Shoemaker continued his good recent form to score here on Bogart's Kingdom. Just a little bit too strong for Proud Interest.
Up, but ties into the clear coming after Proud Interest, and Bogart's Kingdom's joining in quickly on the outside. Star of Fantasy hooked to the extreme outside. Proud Interest and Bogart's Kingdom. They are going to fight it out with Bogart's Kingdom just in front of Proud Interest. Bogart's Kingdom about a head in front of Proud Interest. Shoemaker goes for the whip on Bogart's Kingdom. He's a neck in front, a little too strong for Proud Interest, and Bogart's Kingdom is wanted by a long neck. Bogart's Kingdom first, Proud Interest second, tie third.
Yes, Bogart's Kingdom and the shoe just a little too good in the fourth. We'll take a break now in sports. We look now at the mode handicap, which was the fifth event at Doomben yesterday, and King Show's had a lot of recent racing, but he was turned out in great condition by master trainer Jim Atkins, and well ridden by Mike Pelling. Now he's 3 out, the horse with the green colours, and he has a real battle with Northern Beam in the straight.
Into the straight, 300 metres to go. King Show grabbed him, muted on the outside, trying to go with King Show. Cynical over on the inside. King Show about a neck in front. They're tight. It's King Show and Northern Beam together. King Show a neck in front of Northern Beam, who's boxing on gamely. Pelling pulls the whip on the favourite. King Show just in front of Northern Beam, who kicked right on the line, and it's close. I'd say King Show has just beaten Northern Beam. Third will be Bucking Rep. Fourth will be...
King Show appeared to have the race in control for most of the straight, but right on the line, Northern Beam was kicking back very strongly on the inside. We'll show you now the slow-mo of the final stages, and it's King Show with his head in front just as they get past the 200 metres. Now, Pelling's forced to go for the whip. Mike Pelling handled this horse very well. Northern Beam's kicking back on his inside, and that's Bucking Rip making up solid ground for third. But King Show... it was a good ride by Mike Pelling. I think punters who collected should thank Mike for their winnings. The sixth event was the Scomill graduation. Mirabend, well ridden by Shane Scriven over on the inside. He's saved him up and goes for home about this point to defeat Enfield Prince and Autumn Moss.
Tiger Hayes, Autumn Moss and Mr. Match. Mirabend is the leader. He's getting a little bit anxious on him. He's gone for the whip. He sneaks away. He's about a length in front of Katmandu and Enfield Prince. Mirabend in front. He's hard ridden and the hot shot's home. It's Mirabend going to the post to win it by a length and a half. Mirabend first, Katmandu second, Enfield Prince or Autumn Moss in a Fado for third.
The final event was the Princess Tiber Novice, and won in pretty good style by Imperial Black Zephyr, well ridden by young apprentice David Murphy, who's inclined to shift ground from about the 600 metres, but Murphy didn't get flustered. He just managed to keep the horse on a fairly straight course, and in the straight he always seemed to have it in control. Ucan was well tried. He made up good ground late. Mel Shoemaker just had a bit of trouble getting into the clear when they straightened, but he was safely held in the final 200 metres by the winner, Imperial Black Zephyr.
Ucan coming through in the middle. Imperial Black Zephyr, the leader, 200 metres out. Melody Moss trying hard in second place, then Ruler and Ucan making up ground, but Imperial Black Zephyr's in front close to home. It looks like a two-stake double for Johnny Wallace, and Imperial Black Zephyr goes to the line and wins by a length and a half. Ucan, I think, got second, just in front of Melody Moss.
We'll show you now the slow-mo of the final stages, and you'll notice Imperial Black Zephyr just shifting ground out away from the inside rail, and Ucan's the horse with the white colours starting to make up good ground late, but Imperial Black Zephyr, young David Murphy, just hands and heels, keeping the horse on a fairly straight course. In second place at this stage is Melody Moss, and the outside Ucan just getting up to cut Melody Moss out of the second placing, but a good performance by Imperial Black Zephyr, and I think he can score in a little bit better class than that. A look now at the TAV information for the Doomben fixture yesterday, and the double numbers were, yes, 1 and 9, the double $13.50, 10, 1 and 9, the treble paid $21.10. We'll take a break, and as we mentioned...
say anyway.
Oh, that's good. It was Breeders' Stakes Day and George Main Stakes Day, the first event, the Breeders' Plate, and it's the opening event for the two-year-old colts. And went to the favourite, Maze K. Didn't have much in reserve at the finish. Have a look at the good finishing run by the runner-up, Omnicore.
Top of the rise, just in front of Doff the Cap, racing a little ungenerously. 3 lengths to I'm Ready, then Nixon, followed by Omnicore, and the others headed by High Flight. Marnie's gone for the whip on Maze K. Likewise, Johnston on Doff the Cap, but Maze K's nearly a length off the cap. 2 lengths to Omnicore, followed by High Flight, but Maze K, as flat as a strap, is holding the fast finishing Omnicore. Getting tired, Maze K, but is too good. Maze K wins the Breeders from Omnicore, third off the cap, then High Flight.
The runner-up Omnicore is by Grosvenor. He's probably going to be better suited over more ground, but I think he's a youngster with plenty of potential. Second event was the Reginald Allen Handicap, and Malcolm Johnston, the dashing ride here on Parlour, who's outside the leader at this stage and sprints away as they go towards the 200.
A length to Abaddon, followed by Dreams Delight, and then Singeing Lamp. France sits under some pressure. At a length, the Blazing Fontaine and Devise. Hit It Star is next as they come to the 200. 200. Parla shot away here. Abadan second, Dreams Delight third, but it's Parla in front, 100 to go. Abadan is trying a hard out to reach Parla, but Parla, ridden for dear life by Malcolm Johnston, will win. Parla beat Abadan, Devise third, then Dreams Delight just...
Dame du Siècle continued her great Queensland form into the third event at Randwick yesterday. She produced a determined finish to score at the good odds of 13-2, and trainer John Wallace was very delighted with this performance. She defeats Hooten Annie.
Homeward bound by the 400, Hootenanny about a half-length clear. Alcibiade second, Belchiog third, followed then by La Panessa. Dame de Siècle running on. Hasty Miss held up for a gap, and at the head of the others, Balancia. Inside the 200, Hootenanny, the gouge goes for her. On the outside, Dame de Siècle coming at Hootenanny. Dame de Siècle finishing right over the top of Hootenanny, and Dame de Siècle. By golly, she's come good. Once she went to the Gold Coast, it must be that beautiful Queensland air and sunshine.
I think Ian Craig's right. There's nothing wrong with the Queensland weather. Dame du Siècle, a much improved mare in the last 3 or 4 months. Fourth event was the Squatters Welter, and Full Page, with a determined finish, defeats Shinakima and the Cowboy, who are the leaders at this stage.
Followed by Full Page, Pico, Regal Badger, and Robbie and Steele is under severe pressure at the 200 metres, and the Cowboy just leads Shinakima. Full Page coming at the Cowboy, followed by Kiwi Kong, then Regal Badger. Full Page on the outside, doing a shade better than the Cowboy. Shinakima kicking back. That Full Page the outside. Cassidy throwing everything at it. It'll win it. It's Full Page just beating all very tight for second and third between the Cowboy and Shinakima.
Jim Cassidy in sparkling form, and a good ride there to score on Full Page. We'll take a break now in Sports Scene and come back and have a look at the George Main Stakes and a dramatic finish. In Sports Scenes, we continue our racing segment. The fifth event from Randwick yesterday was the George Main Stakes, and there was a tremendous struggle over the final 100 metres between Chiquita and Drawn, who was very gallant in a narrow defeat.
By Shankill Lass, a length Mr. Bourbon Boy. Drawn over on the inside of Heat of the Moment, and last of all is Dinky Flyer. Around about 8 lengths covers the field in the direction of the 1200 metres. The speed is Honest and Roman Artist, 3/4 Chiquita. A length and a half away, third is Dandy Andy. Riverdale on the inside. Shankill Lass is next. She's one off the rails, and Mr. Bourbon Boy out 3 deep, followed by Drawn on the inside of Heat of the Moment, and Absolute being Dinky Flyer to the side of the 900, little or no change on the order, and Roman Artist by about a length and a half, Chiquita. Riverdale on the inside of Dandy Andy. Then comes Shankill Lass on the inside of Mr. Bourbon Boy, then Drawn over on the rails from Heat of the Moment, and still last of all is Dinky Flyer. No change to the 700, and Roman Artist about a half length clear. Chiquita sitting on the outside of him second. Riverdale nailed away from Dandy Andy. Shankill Lass, Mr. Bourbon Boy, Heat of the Moment. Dinky Flyer the outside, and Drawn as last of all, but only about 7 lengths from the leader, Roman Artist. On the turn, 400 to go. Roman Artist just leading Chiquita. A length away, Riverdale. Dandy Andy, Drawn as bullocking clear now. Here he comes. Mr. Bourbon Boy going backwards. Shankill Lass not doing enough from Dinky Flyer. Drawn is coming after Chiquita. Chiquita at the 100 metres, taken on by the pint-sized little stallion. Drawn collars Chiquita. Drawn going home a shade better. Drawn, I think, is one of the nose. I think Drawn a nose Chiquita in a ripper. Third was Roman Artist.
In fact, the photo went the other way, Chiquita getting the verdict over Drawn. There was a protest lodged by Gavin Duffy, the rider of the runner-up Drawn. After a fairly lengthy hearing, the stewards threw out that protest. We'll show you now the slow-mo of the final stages, and it's Chiquita clear, but Drawn on the outside is making a very determined effort, and you'll notice they get very close together from this point. Now, stewards thought that it was evens each of 2 who was pushing and shoving, and they let the photo verdict stand with Chiquita, the former Kiwi mare, over on the inside, but Drawn very gallant in defeat. A great performance by him. The 6th event, the Sir Brian Crowley Stakes and Sound Horizon. Again, Malcolm Johnson, very clever ride here to defeat Savenza and Pre-Catlin in a great finish.
Savenza in third position, a length and a Misty Crony, followed closely by Sound Horizon running home well. At a length and a rock all. Pre-Catlin struggling, Savenza's headed it. Sound Horizon coming into it alone, inclined to hang, and then rock all on the outside. The leader is Savenza. Pre-Catlin fighting back on the inside, and then comes Sound Horizon, but Savenza's just in front. Sound Horizon coming at it now. Oh, golly, here's another one. Sound Horizon has dived at Savenza. Rockall's flashed at the pair of them on the outside, and Pre-Catlin's been...
was a tremendous finish there, 4 across the track, only about a neck between them, and it was Sound Horizon who did get the bob in right on the line. We'll show you the slow-mo now of the final 200 metres, and Malcolm Johnston had a few problems with Sound Horizon, who wanted to duck in behind the leaders. It's Savenza getting the better of Pre-Catlin. Now on the outside, 3 out in the blue colours is Sound Horizon, and further out is Rockall, ridden by Jim Cassidy, who makes up plenty of ground in the last few strides too. It's Savenza just in front, but Sound Horizon lunges, and right on the line, just managed to get the nose in front. Terrific struggle there to the end of the 6th event. The 7th and Rising Fear underlined his Melbourne Cup prospects with a very sound staying performance to score from C Pictures. Rajamar third. Born to be Queen a little bit disappointing in finishing 4th.
Jamaica in, Born to be Queen into the open now. And Empire Rose is struggling from C Pictures and Sikorsky. Rising Fear strode away from Sir Zephyr coming to the 200. And Rising Fear a length and a half now. C Pictures and Rajamar second and third, followed by Born to be Queen and then Kuba's Goal, but it's Rising Fear in front. On the outside, C Pictures battling on gallantly, but to no avail, and Rising Fear is going to win well. Rising Fear by a length and a half to C Pictures. Third home was Rajamar.
Well, it appears Larry Pickering has got Rising Fear back into the form he showed in the autumn and in the winter up here in Brisbane, and he's a very, very strong stayer. He's definitely in with a good chance in the Melbourne Cup. Final event was the Tooheys-Old Dulcify Handicap. It went to Imperial Majesty, well ridden by Jim Cassidy.
For the run, Imperial Majesty again became snookered, followed by Atatari, putting in his claim from Justine and Hader Prince. At the 220 hour, Henry leads by a head now. Lonely Night second, Imperial Majesty again getting a clear run. Atatari won't go on. Imperial Majesty out after our Henry. Imperial Majesty doing better, draws away from our Henry. Tristram and Lonely Nights battle out third, but as they reach the line, an easy one for Imperial Majesty. Second our Henry, nothing between Lonely Nights and Tristram for third.
Punter's pretty happy with that result. He was well tried to start 5-2 Imperial Majesty. Now the TAB double and treble information for Randwick. 8 and 10 the double, $33.10. 16, 8 and 10 the treble, $5,384.70. And the extra double from Randwick, 3 and 2, paid $48.50. Unfortunately, we have no Victorian racing segment this morning. Of course, the Moonee Valley race is transferred to today to avoid...
That is Giant Armchair Ride. Corralda given a cut with the whip, 200 metres out. One Day's Mate is laying down the gauntlet to him. It's Frederick comes 3 wide as they turn. One Day's Mate joined Coralda Gift. Then it's Frederick and Game Oro. One Day's Mate hit the front. Game Oro's running him down. One Day's Mate just in front. Game Oro lunged at him, missed him. Good on you, One Day's. One Day's Mate's won it again. One Day's Mate beat Game Oro. Coralda Gift third.
It was the clash of the heavyweights, and we found that Coralda Gift certainly has a glass jaw. One Day's Mate took his career earnings to more than $440,000. It looks like he might have a crack at the Inter-Dominion Series next year, but he's going to stand a light stud season first. A great triumph for Merv and Darryl Renke, the father and son breeder, owner, trainer, driver combination, and he returned to scale to an Inter-Dominion reception, One Day's Mate, and rightfully so. It was also a great success story for Graham Tabe's Poulticare products. This natural remedy, Merv Renke said, without Graham Tabe's treatment, One Day's Mate wouldn't be racing, let alone winning. Race 6, the 21 and better, Goulburn action after a 158.5 midweek run had a beginning.
Nicer Slide running on fairly well, and then Roman Fantasy. Rook Innes in front. He's starting to feel the pinch a little bit now. Nicer Slide coming at him on the outside. He's going better than him too, Nicer Slide. In fact, he shoots away at the 100-metre mark, and Nicer Slide's going to go on and win it easily. Nicer Slide by 3 lengths. Second was Rook Innes, and third home was Baklava, then Rag.
The top New Zealand jockey Brian York made a very impressive debut to Brisbane racing yesterday. He had a mixed day. He was beaten on the favourite Forte in the opening event, but he was successful in the 5th event, the Doomben Sprint, on Let Me Tell. Let Me Tell was slowly away, and it's a good performance. He's in the lime green colours, moving towards the outside. He's actually won from the outside. He goes to the post very generously.
Let Me Tell and Roman Knight on the outside making up ground, and then Sheer Force. Noosa Gardens is still the leader. Mirabin struggling a little bit now, and here's Let Me Tell. He's coming with a great run, and Royal Opinion's flying on the inside. Let Me Tell grabbed the lead. Royal Opinion coming at Let Me Tell, but Let Me Tell's too classy for them. He moves away.
York will ride at Eagle Farm tomorrow. He'll then return to New Zealand, but will be back here on October the 17th to settle in Queensland. He's going to be #1 stable rider for the McLaughlin stable, and I can assure you we're going to hear a lot more of him, Brian York. Now the double and treble information for Doomben. 1 and 11 was the double, $101.20. 11, 1 and 11 the treble, paid $3,139.60. Well, as Glenn mentioned earlier, it was Epsom Day at Randwick. It was a great day for the irrepressible TJ Smith. 4 winners, including the Epsom with Chanticleer, and he really has shown that he's far from a spent force. He was beaten last year in the Premiership by Brian Mayfield Smith, but he's certainly back in the running to pick up the threads this year. We have the treble events from Randwick yesterday. The first leg was the Spring Champion Stakes. Great ride out in front by Mal Johnson on Imprimatur. Drought, the heavily backed favourite, was a little bit unlucky. He's in the blue and white colours, one from the outside, and he runs on generously.
Kicked away, clear of Tristram. Here comes the big boy. Drought is taking a while to wind up, but now he's starting to hit top gear, and look at him go. Drought with giant strides is going after Imprimatur. Imprimata's in front. Drought might be dying on his run. He can't quite pick him up, and in a boil-over, Imprimatur won the Champion Stakes a half length. Well,
if that was the boil-over, certainly Chanticleer at 66 to 1 was a major shock for the punters. And it was Smith again, and Mark de Montfort, who's a very underrated jockey, all the way on Chanticleer. Makita looked to have his measure halfway down the straight, but it was the Robert Holmes Court-owned Chanticleer successful. Nice to see a battler taking out the big prize money. Kiwi Kong are battling third.
Makita in hot pursuit. Kiwi Kong third, followed by Mr. Bourbon Boy. Then Tars Quillo, Swift Cheval coming into it from Roman Artist and Zip Home, and Shankhill Lass on the up to the outside, and then Shankhill Lass. But Makita drew on term as they come to the 200 mark, and Makita is going after Chanticleer, who's giving a ton of cheek. Kiwi Kong in third place, and then Swift Cheval and Shankhill Lass. It's Chanticleer just in front. Makita trying desperately to wear him down. Mark de Montfort throwing everything at Chanticleer. Makita can't reach him, and Chanticleer led all the way to win the Epsom.
Well, it was the Bonnie filly bounding away, successful in the 7th event. Mick Dittman really had to get desperate with the whip. The filly took her prize money beyond $1.2 million. But she wasn't all that impressive. She started odds on, and the runner-up Diamond Chouer was really cutting her down in the last 50 metres. It appears that she's not quite in the same form as she showed in the autumn just yet. Now, it's her, the grey filly, moving up 4 out.
Here she comes, bounding away, is cruising up to them on the outside, and Dittman said go as they got to the top.
You play a good tee shot, you play a good second shot.
Evandale Star is hanging on gamely, bounding away, and Evandale Star together with 100 left to go. Dittman's got to pull out all. Bounding away, won't give up though. Her fighting heart will get her there, I think. Yes, she fell into wind. Bounding away at last, got revenge on Diamond Chouer. Well,
she did just fall into wind, but win she did. Now the double and treble information for Randwick, and it was 5 and 1. The stable double, $64.30, and the treble 8, 5 and 1, a very healthy $3,927.50. At Flemington yesterday, it was the Queenslanders who were cheering, with Just Now back to her best in taking out the Turnbull Stakes. She's now firmed right back into the market for the Melbourne Cup, and I think the Toowoomba mare has undeniable claims to take out the big event at Flemington on the first Tuesday in November. We've got a couple of races from Flemington. Firstly, the Clark Stakes, the 4th event. It went to the Colin Hayes trailed Wild Rampage. Hayes had a good day. This was his, in fact, 4th winner, 3 in South Australia, and successful here with Wild Rampage.
Clark said go, it shot 3 in front of Bataan, sees well under the whip, battling on. Clark looks over his shoulder. He's got a big break on Wild Rampage from Seaswell. Then Bataan and Ravenel. Wild Rampage well clear with 200 to go, and it's going to win easily. Second placing will go to Seaswell. Ravenel battling on for third. Fourth placing to Silver Shark, followed by Bataan, Breesley, a gap Mr. Moe.
Well, Just Now didn't win easily in the Turnbull Stakes, but it was the manner in which she did it, coming from well back, as is her usual pattern of racing, and it was the old Just Now in the straight with that great acceleration. She was giving Farastan a big gap when they straightened up, but managed to pick up Farastan to score by a half head.
Then Black Charleston out wide, Alternate and Playful Princess are making their runs together. Great Estate is behind them, and Just Now pull to the outside. With about 400 to go, and Samara got to the lead from Alternate. Just Now starting to run on well. It's Samara and Farastan, and the All White's got to run on the fence. Farastan took the lead. Just Now out wide's the one coming out after him. Farastan in front, Just Now pegging him back, but Farastan a half in front. Just Now's getting to it. Farastan still in front near the line. He's hanging on. Just Now lunges very close. Just Now, Farastan.
Well, Just Now did lunge in those last few metres, and she's a real bulldog. She knows where the winning post is, and we hope for Queensland's sake and for the connections of Just Now that she can continue that form now, and she's certainly in with a great chance in the Melbourne Cup. Now the TAB information for Flemington: 11 and 2 the double, $12 even; 3, 11 and 2 the treble, $46.80. Of course, we've got racing tomorrow at Eagle Farm to coincide with the big Metropolitan Handicap Day at Randwick. And, of course, there's a Bendigo meeting in Victoria. Then on Wednesday, we have Doomben again. There's going to be a big card there. And so it's going to be a very big week in racing. And if you want to catch up on all the racing news, stick with the Daily Sun. You'll be well informed there.
GP? In front for most of the race and set a blistering early pace, which suited the runners back in the pack. In the straight, Jimmy Cassidy kicked clear on Indian Raj, and it was up to Ron Quinton to cut him down. The two champion jockeys staged a classic duel over the final stages.
Born to be Queen on the outside is throwing down the gauntlet. Born to be Queen coming at Indian Raj. They're going to fight it out. It's Quinton at his very best on Born to be Queen. The big bay mare put the head in front close to home, and Born to be Queen wins the Metrop. A great ride by Quinton.
Born to be Queen just got there on the outside, starting at 13-2. Indian Raj was second at 3-1 favourite, with Rising Fear third at 13-4. After the race, trainer Neville Begg was full of praise for the ride of Quinton and believes Born to be Queen is now reaching peak form.
She's been coming along and gradually getting fitter each time, and I thought it was quite a good run. Yeah. But today she's been right at the top.
Born to be Queen's next start will be the Caulfield Cup.
She'll be very hard to beat. That wraps up sport.